And we are sharing sound, and we are live. So, not live, but we are recording. And this is our lineup of our minis here. And this is our setup room. So, we are beginning danger at the Greystone Observatory. It is unusually cold, and y'all are going up into a mountainous area. The Greystone Observatory is a secluded place, great for studying magical creatures or other magical experiments that aren't allowed close to the town. But no one's heard from them, the portals aren't working, and it's not the easiest place to get to, either for family members who know someone at the observatory and they're getting worried about, or on behalf of a magical institution, or maybe you're just greedy and you want to get your hands on some rare magical items despite whatever dangers may happen. You, your characters, decide to go ahead and venture forth that way. The only way to get there, however, well, the only last stop, if you would, is the Three Dwarf Inn, a secluded inn ran by three dwarfs. And you are braving a rather vicious snowstorm to get there. So, everybody, roll athletics. Let's see who gets there first.
Athletics.
You
Is
might
that just a
never.
regular
You might
D20?
never. You might never get there.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, never mind. That's not bad.
Are you doomed?
No, an
I
18
rolled
does
as
not
good as I
sound
could.
doomed.
I also got an 18. I mean, I rolled a 20, but I got an 18.
Bear with me. I didn't have the time to change this to a snow-covered inn, so it's going to look a little grassy.
How you doing?
Alrighty. So,
Ooh.
Because you're a folk hero.
who's gonna brag about how well they packed their snowshoes and could handle all of this?
I don't brag.
I see a 12. Ick got a 9.
I accidentally rolled custom. I'm so sorry, I feel like a noob. How do I roll for athletics? Is it just clicking athletics?
Yeah, if you
yes.
click on the
The plus on the right,
Plus on the right.
where it says athletics, it'll have your bonus. If you hover over that, a
Okay,
D20 should
gotcha.
appear.
Thank you. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Alright. And I like to decide matters of chance by high or low. So, Craig,
A little.
you and Agartha both got an 18. Craig, call it high or low.
It got an 18 also, but
Oh,
high.
it got it. You call
I
it
rolled
high?
a nat 20. I'm just
Oh.
saying.
Well, that nat 20 only counts for attack rolls. And alright, we are going to go ahead and let Craig come in first. So let's grab. Oh, did I not make him unique? Shoot. Let me go to the other board and grab him real fast. Alright, Craig, you come in the front door and you kick it in with a bit of a strong, swift kick. There we go. Go ahead and describe your character to everybody.
Seems a little bit thin and slender to be a fighter. When he was young, he was stricken by an illness that ravaged his muscles and left most of them atrophied. But is fairly likable and wise, and is wearing gleamingly shining armor, obviously either cleric or paladin to a war god. Carries a rapier, very light backpack and shield, as well as a light crossbow.
Alright. You are greeted by Actually, I'm gonna put this dwarf over here and have this other dwarf greet you. You are greeted by a young dwarf with, oh, there it goes, dark brown hair. And he comes up and he goes, "Hi, I'm Leuven. Who are you?"
Craig,
All right. What brings you here?
I'm meeting up with a group. There's a group of us that are heading out to investigate the observatory.
Oh, don't tell the gray-skinned one in the back. He'll tell you all the tall tales of scary things from way too deep. I think he came from the deep dark. Spent a little too much time down there. You know what I mean?
So you're telling me not to gather information.
I'm telling you not to gather bad information.
There's
You
no
know,
such
bunch
thing
of
as bad information.
ha 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 ha. Okay, you could go ahead and ask him. That'll be funny. All right.
What do
Hey,
you know about it?
What do I know about it? I know that little things with big green smiles don't they don't grow bigger in the dark like he says. He thinks there's weird things with tentacles out of their mouths that if you go deep enough they'll enslave you and eat your brain. Oh, what fluff.
Fair. Probably fluff.
Hmm. And then at that point, let's go ahead and have, I believe, Ick, you rolled high?
Yeah.
All right, Ick, you come in the door and a fury of snow is behind you. Introduce yourself and describe your character.
Okay, so it kind of gently walks in, and you can see that she kind of tousles her feathers to get the extra snow off. She kind of glances around the room, and you can tell that she's pretty perceptive, taking note of like anything that might be both dangerous and or valuable. You're not really sure which one's more important to her. She takes notice of the conversation going on before her and kind of just sits down next to them. And as she does that, you can see that she kind of sticks out being a rather large bird person. Her head is that of a barn owl, but she does continue to just peer around the room, letting other people just kind of discuss, but definitely listening in.
And the dwarf says, "Oh, my name's Huavin, and uh, Do- Duergar is over there with the brews, and then working on the forge over there is Leoshwins."
She kind of gives a nod to them and says just her name, Ick, in a very monotone voice. And then she kind of peeps up and looks at the dwarf that has the brews and asks if they have any hot hard apple cider.
That die of fate. We have a little left. Won't say that it's too good. Would you like me to bring it to your table?
Yes, please.
All right, give me just a moment. Let me see if I can scoop it out of the bottom there.
I think it'll be better that way. A little more fermented the longer it's been left.
Agartha, you there?
Yes.
Make your way to the door.
Okay. Well, I'll be making my way to the door in the form of a big burly elk at first, but stopping my hoof tracks as I transform into a fairly slim but fairly tall tiefling. She's got nice purple skin, a pretty joyful expression on her face. Her clothing, pretty natural or well, more natural than others, that's for sure. And let's see.
Trying to get the roof to come down just enough that we can see all y'all without taking away all the decorations.
There we go.
There you
And
are.
she is going to approach one of the three dwarven brothers.
All right, and it's going to be Huaven, the first one. He comes up to you and is like, I'm gonna take a stab here. Are you a druid?
Yes, actually, you're quite right on that one.
Okay. Help me out. I've heard of these things, but I don't go into the mountains too often. And he subtly like holds up a hand so she doesn't notice, and he points at Ick. That's not a harpy, is it?
No.
Oh, good. Okay.
No, harpies have more human features up top. They're just not very pretty. They're not. Yeah, I kind of find them gross myself. But, would you happen to have any fair ale on tap? You know, nothing that will get me too drunk, but just something that has nice flavor.
We have a surplus of Storgermon Inger Unger Filsner. Alright, do you speak Dwarven?
No.
Are you proficient with brewer's tools?
No.
Roll history.
Let's see. Okay. History is not that great for me. Oh, perfect. A 10.
This is actually a fairly common Dwarven beer. It's essentially the Coors Light of Dwarven beers. Lighter than most, something that first-time drinkers of dwarf beer drink to get used to it, but known for being very good. One of the lighter dwarf beers, and one of them that you would drink to get used to dwarf beer.
Sounds perfect. I'll take it.
All right. And he politely holds out his hand and, for like a silver or so.
I will give him 5 silver.
All right. He takes it and he walks on off. And sure enough, let's move you to the table. Oh, I might have put Ick a little too close. She's hovering above the table. All right. And then, let's see. I got a 17 there. All right. We are going to have, I believe Marinette and Adrien would be the next ones to come in. So storm into the door and describe yourselves.
All right, so I am Marinette. I have blackish purple hair, or more of a dark purplish blue hair, and pretty much red spots with black is my outfit. I am a half wood elf, and I am a ranger.
Adrien?
Right next to her, you see another half-elf Bargain. Can't tell what ancestry he has, but he has a big old hammer slung around his back, and he is not dressed for the weather, but he seems to be doing pretty well. You imagine he's sturdier stuff than most. He has a lot of scars, and he's wearing black and green leathers with some gold-plated medals here and there.
And the dwarf, Huaven, comes up to y'all and he looks at y'all and he's like, elf. Can't figure out how to dress for the weather.
At least I don't need to, puny little one.
And everybody roll perception if you're already in the room.
Oh, all right. Let's roll down perception.
What?
16.
I got a 17.
Ick, Agartha, y'all are gonna put like 2 and 2 together of the subtle sound of all 4 of the dwarves just setting down their mugs. And just this subtle notion as like all of them, short, kind of do this number.
Nick's definitely
And-
glancing
And
in that
a
direction.
little shuffle of stools there. And he just the door Hooven doesn't say anything. He just kind of looks you up and down, Adrien.
I look him up and down too.
You're mostly looking, so and so and down.
Yeah. Just
He goes, okay. And then he walks off, and it doesn't look like you're getting any beer tonight.
who said I needed any? I don't like alcohol ruining my fighting style.
And it looks like no one's paying any attention to you as there's only your fellow adventurers and stout folk.
Adrien just keep resting his hammer across his back and just look over to Marinette and go, thanks for saving me out of that snowdrift, spotted lady. What are you supposed to be anyway? Watermelon?
I am not a watermelon.
So what, a ladybug?
Got it.
Hmm.
Don't call me watermelon. I will hit you
Y'all,
on top of the head.
I'd like you to try.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit him, smack him one.
all right, roll to attack.
I will take the dodge. I will take the dodge.
Okay.
No, we're not in initiative. You don't get to dodge. She's smacking you.
All
right.
Aw.
She gets to make an improvised attack, and
I feel bad for you.
that is all right. Do you want me to roll damage, or
Yes, please. You
Okay.
have damage.
all right? I am going to give you 2d4 for that, and we're gonna roll it public. All right, you're gonna take 4 backhand damage as she whops you one upside the back of the head. And I am going to adjust the difficulty of this campaign, as apparently just getting y'all there together is going to be the challenge. Alright. Are y'all going to
Adrien will
join
just
the
kind
rest of
of-
them?
Adrien will just kind of shake his head. Well, he certainly hit like a ladybug.
If y'all are done beating up on each other, we're over here. Hi. Stop picking fights.
And Targann, let me. Oh, I forgot. I need to grab your mini for this. Do I have you on here?
It's
What's
the
up?
one it's the character that said unnamed. You were just on it just then. I saw it.
Where at?
It
Under.
said under unnamed. My
Yeah.
microphone's not working correctly. It's not using my
Oh,
speaker.
right there. He skipped it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you
There
go.
we go. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Turn on torch. Make unique. Rename Targann Sastas. And purple.
Yes. All right, good.
Alright. Alright, you come on in. Describe your character. Say hi to the dwarf as he comes up to you.
Targan is very skinny human. He has curly brown hair, wearing white robes that kind of cover up just how skinny and frail he actually is. But one look at his face and how gaunt it is tells just how frail he is. he has a very soft face, to put it mildly. There's nothing menacing about his character. So, as
I want you to roll persuasion for first impression.
okay. Crap. I'm on my laptop and it's taking forever to do anything. All right, here we go. An 11.
No, the dwarf sees you and he's all very sad for you. Oh my, you're not set up for the cold. Oh, you poor thing. What were you thinking going out there like that?
Targan shivering and sniffling with his nose. So, yes, it's very cold. I would wish to warm by the fire.
The dwarf pulls out a used handkerchief and he's reaching up for your nose to try to like wipe up some of your snot with his snot soaked rag.
Thank you, but
you get a whiff of cleaning the beer mugs as he does this.
thank you very much, but I will pass. I don't think that that was quite healthy.
Oh no, this is quite very healthy. It's been helping me for years.
Oh no, not
It is
healthy. Healthy.
It has helped me endure many of the mountain illnesses and many of the cold winters up here.
Oh, I understand, but again, I think I will pass.
Oh, all right. Well, you're lost, and he tucks it into his vest and gets back to the barn. You see the other adventurers over there.
I will proceed to the table.
All right. And then there is 6 of y'all around the table. Some of you with mugs, and the dwarf Duergar. I'm trying to remember all their names, but Duergar comes up ready to take any orders from anyone who is thirsty but not half elf.
Does
Targan,
Ick have? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Targan, he says, would you happen to have any drink that maybe like straight from the bottle? I would have not.
We drink out of casks and such, but I might be able to find some wine. No promises on its quality.
All right, I'll thank you, sir.
All right. He holds out his hand for silver or some.
And I lay a silver in his hand.
All right, and he takes it and he goes on down. And he comes back with cheap berry wine with a language on it. Let me see. Targan, right?
Yes.
Pulling up your character's sheet to see if you would be able to read it off the top of your head. Roll history.
$13.
It looks like it is a halfling berry wine of some kind, but you can't really determine more than that. Yeah, no proficiency with brewer supplies, so that's about all you know is it's some halfling berry wine. And he leaves the bottle, and
Okay.
it looks like it has a fair amount of dust from the cellar on it.
All right, and Targan will begin to drink.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna ask if it already had her mug.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he found a cold one, pulled a cask that had its back end halfway out, chilled, and he opens it and the mug's all frosted like he just pulled it out of the snow.
Ooh.
Actually, very good. The halfling berry wine is a little bitter, probably a little too aged, but you can still taste the berry flavor. A little bit of the common market brand, not the expensive or good stuff, something he's probably been eager to try to sell and just get rid of for a while. And Duergar is there, taking note for any other drink orders.
Goat's milk.
Goat's milk?
Yeah.
No. All right. He holds out his, big hairy palm.
Do I have to guess how much it is, or are you going to tell me?
It is a very informal outpost structure of taking what you think's appropriate. Some
No,
people.
that's what I'm in character. I say, do I have to guess how much it is, or are you going to tell me?
Tip what you think is appropriate, and we'll try to give you your money's worth.
I give him a platinum piece.
All right. He puts on his winter wear, and he disappears out the back door.
I turn to the rest of the party and I go, I don't pay for things. I don't understand how this stuff works.
It just kind of like raises her non-existent eyebrows because I don't think owls have eyebrows, but you can kind of tell the motions there. She's just like taking note of like what he's saying, and she kind of asks, "Is that because people do it for you, or because you steal?"
Oh no, I'm a very important person. I'm
Hmm.
a priest. People give me stuff.
The dwarf comes back and he's pulling the goat into the back gate, and he's getting a bucket and he's tying the goat up. And you're about to get the freshest, cold bottle of goat's milk you've ever had. And he's going over and cleaning out the inside of a bottle. He's taking it right back over there for the goat. All happy to have been tipped so well. Alright, while you're waiting on your goat's milk, the double doors burst open, and there is a large, hulking figure that seems taller than a dwarf, but just as wide, and he's covered in this white fur and snow just all over him, and you make out these two very small horns kind of poking out of the frost covered fur on the top of him. Just kind of a big square shape, and he comes in very slowly.
Does he close the door behind him?
He stomps his foot, and the doors close. Roll Arcana. Anyone proficient, you may roll Arcana, or if you're a wizard or spellcaster.
Ooh, well, I am a.
Well, would that
spellcaster.
include Marinette? Because she's a ranger and she has access to spells.
I'm going to say only if she's Arcana based, because I know what the spell is.
Yeah, she is not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Formally.
When I say casters, I'm thinking sorcerers, wizards, and most warlocks, but everything else I consider like a half caster.
Oh, so it's the difference between a divine caster and an arcane caster in this case. So wisdom. Yeah, okay, no, I get what you mean.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I rolled a 21.
The ones higher than a 10 are going to recognize it because it's a pretty common spell. It wasn't a powerful boot stomp that shut the doors, it was thaumaturgy. and this big guy shakes off all of this frost and snow that's just kind of caked over him, and you're just hearing this. And then he reaches up towards his face and he pulls off the scarf, and you see a slim, bright red-skinned tiefling. He goes, "Oh, I can't speak through that thing." And he takes off his little fur hat like he's from Fargo, and he takes off this big fur coat. And he goes, "Oh, alright, let's find good old Mars."
Oh, Mars.
And he's very polite. He hangs up the coat, and he tosses a coin and perfectly orders 1 cold pint of Storjam Inger Unger Filsner. And he approaches y'all, and he politely stands behind Craig there. And he taps Craig on the shoulder.
Yes.
Keep the bird away from me. I'm afraid of birds.
You can see that it kind of like looks up at like slightly hearing that and just kind of smiles a little bit.
Can you smile with a
get up
beak?
and I move over to the
I don't
corner.
know. See, like I keep describing this stuff, and then after I say it, I'm like, wait a minute. I don't know.
It's anime. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
I get up, I let him have this chair, and I go sit in that chair that's like in the corner there.
and he takes a cold sip of his beer and he says, "So, y'all must be the folks gathered from various places to go to Greystone."
Indeed.
Yep.
I believe so.
And y'all feel that y'all are up to it.
You can see
How
it
dangerous
kind of
can it
like
be?
glancing around the table and is like, well, I felt up to it, but now I'm questioning. If
That's no problem. A quick trek to the observatory should be nothing compared to the several scraps in the arena I've had.
Maz doesn't say anything. He just goes, "Okay, sure. I really don't care how many of y'all do or do not make it. I just won't pursue repeat business from those of you who die."
Targan looks and says, What do you mean not make it? It's just a simple investigation, correct?
It's not the safest place to investigate, even when we can usually keep communication to it. There's a reason there's a lot of portals to get in and out. There's a reason why it's so far from town. There's plenty of reasons why you might not make it. But that's beside the point. Let's talk about those who do make it, or half of them make it back.
Half.
There are numerous magical items in the vaults beneath the Greystone Observatory, for which I know they may be hard to sell. I wanted to just say that I am working for someone who likes to collect rare magical items, and I will give you a fair price if you can bring any such item back to the Three Dwarf Inn before I leave.
What's your time frame?
Well, if I hear that Greystone Observatory is no more, or that it's been rescued and I don't see from y'all, then I'll just assume someone else saved it. But I'm sure word will get here fairly quickly, one way or the other.
Fair enough.
What do you mean when you say if Greystone is no more?
It wouldn't be the first time. Wizarding school bit off more than it can chew. I remember one observatory that was on an island. Now I believe it's actually under the ocean instead of on the ocean.
Oh, I see. Does
Uh,
this school have any kind of history that's remarkable that you know of?
Alright, do you want to roll persuasion or history?
Let's see. Let's try persuasion. I'm not very persuasive.
You are not. Mars, with his Tiefling with the little gazelle horns pointing straight up, finely dressed bard. He just strokes his chin with one arm, and you see that one arm is covered in dragon scale with little talons and, probably has an interesting story. And he thinks for a moment, but he doesn't say anything. And then you hear from the back as the gray-skinned, white-bearded dwarf stands up with a thick undercommon accent and says, "I'll tell you what dangerous thing they have over there. They have the worst, most evil thing I've ever heard of." And all the other dwarfs just kind of go, there he goes again. Oh, does he need more beer, less beer, ale? Did we give him bad mead? He goes, "Oh, it's vicious. The worst thing is you can't do anything to stop him. He's untouchable. No matter what wrong or how cruel, there's nothing you can do to him."
Who's untouchable?
Oh, what did he call him? What did he call him? It was that student that fled from there. He said he was a tenured professor. Treated him very mean, made him run around and collect all the disgusting ingredients. I'd never seen a halfling gone so mad.
Do you know what he went mad from?
I was bullied by his teacher. That teacher, they couldn't do anything about him. Too powerful. Too smart.
What kind of magic did he know? Do you know?
High or low?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
High or low? I'm making a chance roll. High or low?
Pick high or low.
Low.
Yeah, and I did roll low. Give me one moment. I want to pull up a spell. Ah, yes. The great conjurer, Aarakocra. I believe he worked on portals, and the poor guy fell in one. He took his sweet time fishing them out from wherever he went.
That sounds exhilarating.
I'm sure it was for the professor, but for that poor halfling student, oh no, no, no. I have no idea what was on the other end of wherever he fell through.
Have you heard from him since?
The student?
Yes.
No, he ran off. Got on a ship, went out into the sea, forever ran from academia and students and professors and grad schools.
I can't say I don't blame him. Do you by chance have a map of where we could investigate where this happened?
Oh, it happened at the school there.
Oh, just at the entrance of it? Or do you think it happened like deep within it? You can
Mars,
definitely tell that Ick's trying to draw out more like stories from him.
Mars politely says, I can tell you how to get there, but it wouldn't do you any good.
Why is that?
There was an avalanche. Apparently the recent earthquakes and shakes that we've heard around here have knocked some of the snow loose from the cliffs, and it's blocked the common path to the front of the observatory. You'd have to find another way or a back way.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You wouldn't happen to know one yourself, would you?
Well, yes, I do.
They don't have to
Could
tell
you
us.
how? Yeah.
You would need to take the fork off to the east, be northeast, and through there you're going to find some windy hills, and there may be a few tunnels you might want to try. Check your luck. And then once you get through there, you should be able to come up towards the back of it, which would be the experiments bay.
Well, I
Okay.
said we kind of head that way, party. What do you think?
Oh, the sooner the better.
Why not?
Unless someone thinks they have something else to do here.
What time of day is it?
It is about early afternoon.
Oh.
Not that you can tell that well with the constant snowstorm.
What do you think, party? Should we wait until morning to see if the snowstorm lets up, or should we head out now and test our luck?
I look at the druid. Is the snowstorm gonna let up?
I was actually just about to do something and figure that out. I would like to cast a Druid craft, where is it? Where is it? You create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts the weather, what the weather will be like for the next 24 hours. The effect might manifest as a golden orb for clear skies, a cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow, and so on. This effect persists for 1 round.
Do
Bumper.
you have it prepared?
I should.
Druid
yes.
craft is a cantrip.
Yes, I do.
But does he have it as one of his cantrips?
Yes, I do.
I'm looking at your cantrips. I don't see it.
It should have been on there. I had to. I changed them up from session 0, but I guess it didn't.
I love how you. I love how you arguably have the spell prepared, but you don't have proficiency in nature.
See,
So for all we know, you
intelligence
could.
isn't. See,
So
intelligence isn't my thing.
For
I'm not
all
the
we
smart
know,
one.
you could. So for all you know, you could just say you use Druid Craft and just take a wild guess.
Wait,
I mean,
you're
I
a
do
druid
have
and you
survival.
don't have nature?
Well, see.
What had
Okay.
happened was
Okay, my specialties are in other places.
I would hope so.
but you're a druid.
Well, yes, but that doesn't mean that all of us are going to be intuitively knowledgeable about our surroundings. It doesn't mean I can't track. It doesn't mean I can't cook or handle animals. I
But you're a
can do
druid.
those.
So
Yeah.
what you're saying is you're a druid that wants to be a ranger. This is Mars talking.
Well, I'm more of a. I don't know how I'd really say it. I'm kind of unique. If you couldn't tell already.
Yeah, you're a druid that doesn't know anything about nature. That's unique. So
Well,
you look.
That is not
Hey,
something you want to hear from the cleric who's on the fence about healing people.
Oh, I'm not on the fence. I don't heal people. Clerics don't heal people. Clerics lead the people of a religion. I lead people in war. He turns to Adrien and goes, "So you look like a fighter type, but also you tried to pick a fight with everybody, including the door. So you're probably a barbarian. Do you know anything about nature?"
No, I'm a gladiator.
Oh,
Look, Watermelon over here might know a thing or two.
I'm not a watermelon. Gosh. Yes, I do know a thing or two, but I'm not a watermelon.
Who ate her and why are you happy about it?
I'm gonna hit you again.
Alright.
Alright, cool.
I see that Agartha has changed their cantrips to Druidcraft.
It should have been on there. That's the thing. I think my Wi-Fi cut out when it was on there. When I was trying to put them on there the last time.
Make a wisdom roll and add proficiency for your Druidcraft.
Okay. Yeah, it really should have been on there previously.
Allegedly.
That's not great. That is going to be 4 plus 3, 14.
It's gonna be okay. It is not showing any signs of letting up. And you imagine that it's probably going to get more intense, and the trail is going to be harder to find if it goes on through the night. Considering that there's already one avalanche, probably a sign that it's only going to get worse if y'all wait.
Yeah, we might need to leave now. I'm good at tracking, but if this gets any worse, I won't even be able to find the trail.
Might not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but if the druid says that, we should probably get a move on.
I agree.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So, how much are you paying us again? As he turns to the tiefling.
Which one?
You have a well-dressed bard tiefling with red skin, and then you have a purple-skinned tiefling that's a druid.
The guy that's hiring us.
Oh, I haven't
not
hired.
the party member.
I'm not hiring y'all. I'm offering a reward if you come back with magical items that otherwise we wouldn't have had.
And how long do you intend on staying here, Moz?
Until probably a day or two after I hear that it's either been saved or has succumbed to the darkness and sunken beneath the ground like a kobold fortress. Whichever comes first.
You're not referring to the famous drowned citadel, are you?
Sunless Citadel. But no, of course not. But, that a similar fate might happen here. I'm joking, of course. That one sunk because of infernal origins. This, I don't think, is anything infernal. At least not that I know of.
Well, you've been super helpful and given us lots of information. Thanks.
Roll persuasion or performance.
To be sarcastic?
Yeah, but I'm already going to tell you Maz failed that insight check.
I got an 8, so...
Yeah, you convinced. Yep. He's like... Not that helpful, but let's just say that if whatever's happening there, eventually it's going to get the attention of someone more powerful who might bring more forces to put it under control. And then there's no chance we'll be able to pick apart the random magic things that might be hidden or tucked away safely underneath.
If it's helpful, if you point us in the direction, I might be able to fly up and see if our path is blocked.
He pulls out a long, thin piece of pale leather, and he pulls out one of his little talons, and the tip of the talon turns a little red from heat, and he starts to draw on this leather panel of a map, and he makes like a path, and then he puts X's where the avalanche came, and then he swerves it around to the northeastward direction, and he puts a few mountaintops at the edge of the map so that you can kind of orient yourself as you travel. And then he pulls a little side route, and he goes, and that would be the tunnels that way, which I hear curve around towards the hunters' lodges over there.
Perfect. Thank you so much for this.
Not a problem, and feel free to stop by with anything you have acquired, no questions asked.
Fair enough.
And in case it's of any help, my trusty hammer here will let us know if there's any danger of any kind.
Oh, there's danger.
Yep.
A lot of danger. Snowstorm. If you ask that dwarf in the corner, there's little gremlin-like things with a big smile that'll eat your liver. Snowstorm, wild animals, harpies, and that's just outside of getting to the observatory.
Sounds like fun.
Yay.
You're not so
In-
convinced, are you?
Well, if I'm stuck with you, no.
Don't worry, you'll warm up to my charming magnetic personality before long.
Stay focused.
Probably not. Okay, let's
Roll
go.
persuasion.
Too good.
Marinette, roll insight.
Oh.
Persuasion? Me?
Yep.
Actually, I didn't do that bad.
Did mine show up?
I rolled a 17. What'd you get?
5.
I didn't even touch a charisma. How am I persuading you?
There,
It's Ranger.
so there's a chance.
Oh, wait.
So you're saying there's a chance.
17.
I was just thinking that meme.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No! Absolutely not.
All right. All right.
What's your name?
Adrien.
I have to come up with a nickname for you.
All right.
Not right now.
Fruit
You
punch?
won't know.
Watermelon.
Stay focused.
Ladybug.
Alrighty.
Spotted lady.
Stay focused.
So,
I'm the muscle. I'm not the
Are
Pathfinder.
you listening?
all right. So, what is the order for the party to march?
Okay.
I'm in the
Well,
middle.
I can turn into an elk and carry 2 people. So,
What
realistic,
size is the elk?
large.
I'll allow it. What's the
So-
strength of the elk?
Let's see. I actually had this.
Basically like a horse.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
see.
putting that together, but I'm
I'm really good
16,
at
so a
survival.
plus 3.
definitely allow it. Okay.
Yeah, like I was pretty glad to actually put this on here. I figured winter characters probably seen an elk or 2. Why not? So
Well, Marinette means to say she has a +8 to survival.
ooh, even higher than me. Okay.
Yeah, but
I'll round up the back.
All right. So, you have a few options. It is snowy and it is covered. So, the way I like to do this is we are going to pick at least 2 people to pick the path. Getting there quicker is definitely going to be a safer option. And you have 3 options. You either, if you are proficient with navigator's tools, you can do that as a wisdom check using Mars's landmarks on the map. If you are proficient with cartographer tools, you could read the map with proficiency for estimating the trails and distance. Or you could use a survival check to try to identify the used paths during a snowstorm.
I'll do a survival check.
Talk amongst yourselves
Yeah.
of who is going to be the ones to pick.
I think the Ranger and Druid. Ranger and
Oh.
Druid.
I was gonna say we seem to have the best grip on the survival thing, so I think we'll. All right, so You want to hop on my back and take the lead with me?
Sure.
All right, sweet.
All right. So we have in the front. Let me get this just outside the door so that we can actually see it here. I'm probably going to have to open the door.
I did it for you.
All right. We're going to have the Druid and the Ranger in the front. Do we have volunteers for the middle?
I'm in the middle.
Adrien's in the middle.
Craig's in the Adrien and Craig is in the middle.
Yep.
I can be in
And-
back.
Either of you two weak folk need a ride? Last offer.
I mean, I'm not super strong, but I ain't no bitch. I can walk.
All right, your loss.
All right, Ick. Are you flying through this?
Yes. I'll
You
try
are
to stay
going-
a little bit above.
You are going to encounter some crosswinds. Make a strength saving throw.
Oops. I clicked the wrong thing. So let's see. There we go.
All right. You have advantage on perception checks for this bit of travel. As y'all are going there, I want the survival checks from the two in front who are doing the navigating.
Sweet. Okay.
Marinette already rolled a 20. Will you let that stand, or does she have to
Oh
re-roll?
yeah, I'll let that stand. I didn't see it.
Okay. That is a 17.
All right, y'all find it pretty quickly of, hey, trees that way. Looks like a avalanche just fell out over there. And then you start to identify a few hills. The mountains in the distance are still like iffy, like you get it at a certain point of view, but there's so much wind and snow blowing through y'all, it's a little hard to tell. All right. So, first hour of travel, I want an athletics check from everyone as y'all are trudging through the snow. And I don't know if any of y'all have been up north. I know that at least 3 of us are currently in warm weather as players. So,
Can I do an acrobatics check since I'm in the air?
I'm going to say you already passed because you made the save.
Okay. Well, I am
if-
from up north, so I'm kind
I
of
got a
familiar with
4.
this stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're trudging. You're grateful for your boots.
I
We
do need to
could-
custom roll this athletics check since I am not in my regular form and I am using the form of an elk. Ugh, that's not great. That is going to be an 8.
Y'all are trudging a little bit. Half of y'all aren't even getting 10s. And so y'all are kind of like dragging your feet, and you're feeling that snow get stuck in your boot. In your case, it's kind of like caked on your hooves. And y'all are needing to like take a moment to sit and scrape off the snow from your feet and your lower halves a little bit. And, all right.
Gee, probably better that I'm not riding on you and making it even harder for you, huh?
I'm gonna let out a nice, nasty huff. I can't speak. I'm an elk.
I know.
Okay, for that well-performed sound of an elk snort, you do get 1 inspiration point. So set aside a spare D20 for the next time you want to use one.
Sweet. All right.
Must I add to you, Cleric, that perhaps we don't want to torque off the two who are leading us? I might be a barbarian, but I'm not dumb.
He looks at you like,
Don't mind me. I'm just going
Blankly.
to pull up a stat sheet real fast.
he looks at you blankly like, I don't understand what you're saying.
I know stereotypical barbarian is dumb, can't read or anything. I know Celestial, Common, and Elvish, and I can read and write. I might be a bit brusque, That
I
doesn't mean
scrounge
that I have
around
long
in my
brain.
pack. I scrounge around in my pack for a few minutes, and then I pull out a cookie and go, here you go.
No, I don't want any charity from you.
It's
I can
not
stand on my
charity,
own
it's a
2 feet.
reward because it seems like you're fishing for one.
You can see like Ick just kind of swoop down and grab the cookie with her talon.
And Adrien laughs like,
She's like,
see, that cookie wasn't for me, someone else.
If you are proficient, roll perception.
I am.
Which merit you are proficient in perception.
21. Let's go.
No. Yeah, it's just being slow.
17.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, 19.
Alright, do we only have 2 proficient in perception? Because that's going to be fun later on.
Oh, that's gonna be
Maribeth rolled,
awful.
Maribeth rolled, but her roll isn't showing up, is it?
When you say fun, I think our definitions of fun are a little bit different.
Allow me to clarify. Fun for me. I'll have to get creative with ways to keep y'all alive. I did not mean for this to be a TPK machine, but it might be fun finding a way to not make it one.
Marinette rolled a 17, but she's gonna roll again and see if it pops up.
I see a 13. Craig and Agartha.
Yes.
While this little dispute is going on and everyone's distracted by the cookie flying away, you two notice a slight shake at your feet, and when you glance around, you see like a snow, freshly coming off various trees at the same time. Very subtle, but you're quick enough to raise an eyebrow at it.
Does my hammer, what does the Maul of Warning do? It just says that anyone within 30 feet of me can't be surprised. So it doesn't do a blue glow like Steam does or anything, but we can't be surprised.
It's not your hammer's not going off.
Okay.
But Agartha and Craig, you are the only ones that notice this at this time.
Hey, outdoor people. Outdoorsy people. What does that shit mean? And I point to the trees that the snow is falling off of.
Well, I can't really speak, and I don't really want to. You know what? I'll shift out of elk form, shake off a little bit of snow from me. Cold out here. Well, I think that's a sign of another avalanche coming up pretty quick. So we might want to get out of here.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. Let's go.
Are you all going to try to push forward?
Yep.
I'll start a military march cadence to help keep people moving a little faster. I don't know, but I've been told mountain snow is very cold.
Yeah, please
Oh.
play a bard next time. Please. Okay. Alright. I want an athletics check from all of you. Ick, you may do a strength saving throw if you wish to fly.
Okay.
I did not turn back into an elk, so
Yeah.
this is not going to be all that great.
Still
I
doing
think
pretty
I am
good
no
with
longer
my
flying.
-2s, man. I haven't. This is my lowest athletics check
Ugh,
yet.
again?
Why isn't that showing up?
Same roll, just worse.
DM, are you seeing Marinette's rolls? She's rolling from her phone, but
Right in here.
I am not seeing any of hers.
I saw the
Is it
athletics check
set to
7
everyone?
minutes ago, but I haven't seen anything in the last 7 minutes.
it's not linked for some reason anymore. What happened?
I don't know any.
Like still half of y'all are trudging through this as though it's dangerous terrain, and y'all are still trying to get to the spot where you like see the hills on one side with the tunnels and the other side's the back, windy trail. All right, I'd see that athletics check of an 11.
I'm getting everyone else.
All right,
I can see
I want everyone to make a perception check as y'all are kind of trudging along very slowly. And elevated point of view, Ick, you may roll twice. Use the higher.
Okay. My sheet is being a little laggy at the moment, so bear with me here. Actually, I can.
Ick, the point of advantage is to take advantage of it.
Yeah. Well, you see, I'm not very good at that, apparently.
There we go. Now it's not being laggy. I just need to actually get it to roll.
Am I missing? Okay. Craig and Adrien, which is going to be funny all by itself.
Oh, shit.
Y'all are going to be the only two that kind of notice this. Your little warrior martial training to look over your shoulder on occasion. And you each kind of notice that as you'll slowly move forward, it's behind you that you're seeing the trees shake. It's about 20-30 minutes after the last stop when y'all started moving again. And now you're noticing that it's not like the whole ground and everything, but it's behind you that you're seeing the trees kind of shake as y'all trudge forward.
So, watermelon, elk boy, what does it mean if it's like behind us like that?
It means we're being followed.
By an avalanche?
Watermelon.
We're being followed by an avalanche?
I don't think we're being followed by an avalanche.
You said
What
it
do
was
you-
an
Saying what I
avalanche.
suspect.
Alright, does anyone want to make a roll for what they believe it might be?
Adrien believes that they're being followed by something or someone.
Well,
I mean,
What's
yeah,
that?
I'm not
Tree
really
giants?
proficient.
Tree giants would most likely be a nature roll. Or, are you thinking primarily like tree or primarily like giant?
Like tree.
That would be a nature roll.
I have -1, so this is probably going to be horrible. Yeah.
Yeah. If we're out in the forest, I'd figure a nature check. Yeah, again.
From your limited knowledge of lore, you don't remember people really saying tree, giant creeping up on you trees, shook a bunch of other trees as they approached. They more have just stood there, tree-like, and then waited for you to be nearby, and then went, I'm a tree.
This is a head scratcher.
Well-
Mad ideas.
What role would Adrien have to make for like something big, something monstrous? Because he suspects that there's something big or a lot of some
Nature
things.
for beasts, history for most others. Or you could do kind of a survival if you're wanting to think more in a martial sense of like, yes, if I was something huge, I would approach this way.
Well, that's going to be a 4.
The mountain's coming after you. Is it?
Snow's making our team delirious.
It doesn't help that you're kind of in this whiteout of the wind going by y'all. Speaking of which,
I don't suppose the spotted lady would know anything, would she?
wind freezing. Do you all hear that?
Yep.
Okay.
Faintly.
Yeah.
All right. So the wind is blowing at y'all past you, and you get this odd feeling that there's something kind of big behind you, that it's shaking up the trees, and then after a moment, they don't seem to be shaking anymore. And you just kind of have this weird quietness as the wind blows, and y'all are coming up on this as y'all sit there. So, what do y'all wish to do?
Alcindor grips his hammer and sees if it's reacting in any way, shape, or form.
Definitely seems more than 30 feet away, so the hammer is not going to give you a vibe.
Could you fly up higher and see if you can see anything?
I can definitely try. Do I have to make any rolls?
For going up higher, no. I'm going to say you can take your time a little bit, so you're not going to just get blown apart.
Okay, then I do that. And I
All
take
right.
a good look around.
Okay, roll perception.
I yell up loudly. Look for like really big tracks.
You distracted me with your yelling. I didn't look very good.
Alright, you're I'm gonna let you have advantage on that due to the bird's eye view. Pun not intended.
So roll again.
Roll again.
A little better.
You're noticing a spot where it seems like the trees have kind of bent out of shape, and there seems to be kind of like a cleared spot kind of in the middle of the woods, just a little off from the path you took behind y'all.
I swoop down and I relay this information and I ask the team, do you guys want to head towards this little clearing, or do you think that this is where danger could be?
My gut tells me danger.
Question for the DM. How far away do we think we are from the observatory at this point?
You can see it faintly in the distance, kind of like it's out there behind this blowing wind fog, but you still got a few hours to go. And that's assuming that y'all can handle the next couple of hours of travel. So you see it, and then you have to take this kind of windy path and come around it. But you got an idea it's over there if it doesn't get too windy and foggy.
I say let's head to the clearing, check it out. Could be a nice little detour, a little change of scenery from all the blistering white.
Might want to be careful while approaching, though.
How far out of our way do we think the clearing is going to be?
I want everyone, and I do mean everyone, either make the navigation, the cartographer check, or the survival check to try to find the path.
Okay. 19.
5. This is why I ask other people questions.
Alright, who else?
I'm hoping I'm just getting like all of my bad rolls out before we get to any kind of like fighting.
Considering that no one is a bard with inspiration, yeah, that might be a good thing.
I mean, I have guidance.
Alright, the 19 and the 25. Amazing what Marinette can roll when you get you can actually see it. Y'all are able to identify that the hills with the tunnel are probably off to the right and pretty easy to make off the markings because they're like small hills that you think you're going to see if you go out that way. But if you continue straight on the windy path, you're going to hit a lot more forested areas on like each side. But you might get through a tunnel that's going to get you away from the cold, and not near these trees that are shaking with something big behind you. You kind of have this choice coming up. And you two, the 19 and the 25, y'all are able to kind of identify, hey, I think those are the hills, and we're probably going to start finding tunnels if we go that way, or we can find if we go straight, we're going to find the windy path, but it's still going to have a lot of trees with it. So
How much?
you're
how much
probably
time
about a
do we
half hour
think-
away from the fork in the road, and then you're probably another half hour from being able to say, oh, hey, I found the path.
How
All
much
right.
time do we think that going in and checking out that clearing is going to add to our trek? Like, is it in the opposite direction of the way we're going? Is it
I'm
off
gonna
at
say
a
it's-
small angle?
I'm going to say it's about 200 feet back.
Mm,
Oh, so not far at all.
Not abundantly far, no.
Yeah, let's go check that out. I agree with the bird.
Make the call, Ranger Gaines.
Alright, who wishes to scout ahead to see what was in the big clearing?
I will.
I will. Too.
I'll volunteer as tribute so that I can take the bulk of whatever's coming.
Alright. Okay, so we have Ick, Adrien, Marinette, I believe you were going?
Yes.
Marinette, and was
Hey.
anyone else?
Hey, Watermelon, hold up a sec. You're gonna do great. And I tap you because guidance is touch. So now you get an extra when you make your survival or perception check, whatever, you can add a d4 to it.
Got it.
Alright. Anyone else going with those three to kind of scout ahead?
I mean, I figure we were all going, we're just letting them get a little further ahead to scout.
well, I suppose I'll follow along carefully. Like,
Alright, anyone staying back? Okay, y'all all sneak up. The three that were in the front, I want y'all to make stealth rolls.
I mean, sneak is a strong word for me.
Alright. And let's roll
Just
perception. Okay. Alright. You may all make a perception check.
okay. Nice. 24.
Between the snow and the trees and everything else, it's a little hard to kind of make out anything too specific, but we are going to say that Agartha and Marinette,
Marinette.
Marinette, don't forget you get to add a d4.
Oh, you want
she
that?
got it. And Ick, y'all are kind of identifying that there's like this in the center of the clearing after all these trees have fallen over. There's like a strange hill shape in the middle of it, covered in snow, like a big bump in what would otherwise be flat forest land with a gentle slope. And I mean like a big bump.
Can I fly a little closer to it to get a better look?
How close do you want to get?
About maybe 50 feet above it?
Okay. Anyone else?
I actually do have an idea. I would like to use minor illusion to create the sound of hoofbeats on top of the small hill area.
Okay. What would you like to use for your minor illusion roll?
My minor illusion roll is actually based off of my charisma. It is from my Legacy of Malvogue, which is my racial trait.
Alright, use a charisma-based skill for it, and
Okay.
Ick, you may roll perception.
I will-
Actually, forget that, Ick. I'm gonna say
Pot of
either
gold.
nature or investigation.
It's going to be a 23 on my performance to create the sound with the nat
Alright.
20.
Gotcha.
Well done.
Mine's an 8.
Well,
I
It's
am
a-
not perceptive today.
It's a very subtle thing as the little sound of hooves go over, and you see like this small like shake as you just see some of the snow kind of loosen and some of it kind of gently lift in the air as though a strong wind blew over it, and you just kind of see the hill do this kind of motion.
Ick is gonna turn around and kind of motion whoever is closest to behind me to like go back, but she's not gonna yell. That way she doesn't like draw too much attention. But she's definitely gonna like be birdie-ly.
If you are
Motion
not Ick,
that way.
roll insight.
That
Hey.
is. I'm somehow not proficient in that, but I'm good at it. Sweet. All right, I'll take it.
No, if you're not Ick.
Now all
Hopefully
of
you
y'all roll
guys
well.
know. Yeah, I was about to say, hopefully you all know like bird charades. Like,
Target, I want you to roll either I'm gonna say nature or investigation.
You rolled a 1.
Alright. So Targan, you're gonna stay in place for a moment while she's kind of gesturing this. Everyone else, are y'all taking her heed and kind of backing up?
Yep. I'll start
Alcor, not Alcor.
carefully.
Adrien. Adrien will be the last one to back up as he just kind of interposes himself between the group and the others.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
okay. Targan's not getting this. He's kind of like not backing away as he's trying to figure it out and just utterly puzzled.
2 words sounds like
Trouble.
and you could just see her still in the air, like.
So
I'll whisper yell to him. Back up.
Targan kind of turns around and kind of like with his hands like, what's going on?
okay, so as
Back up.
Targan turns around in this kind of shrug, so we have Ick, who's above. Am I correct?
Mhm.
And we have Targan, who's kind of turned around, shrug, and we have Craig and Adrien, who are looking at Targan, trying to convince him to go the other way.
Yeah, Adrien's between the bump and Targan.
No, you're on the other side of him, as you two are looking out at Targan, and this bump behind him, and he's doing this shrug. You see this hill kind of do this little turn, and Ick, you're gonna notice it first because you will recognize feathers, as you see an owl bear roll over and kind of in this crouched pose, you give out a loud yawn. And this owl bear is bigger than the inn you were just staying at.
Hmm.
Oh.
And at that, we are going to pause while I pack all of this up, go back to my home that now has power, and I think that's a good spot for us to start off when we get back. So give me about 20-30 minutes. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
All right. And after that, we will have a lovely pursuit. Okay.
Right.
Alright, so what we left off was y'all just realized that that hill was essentially a owl bear that is as big as a dragon, if any of you have seen a full-grown dragon.
Ah,
And
yes.
so I'm going to take a quick survey, call it metagaming, whatever. Does anyone not feel the urge to run at this moment? Does anyone wish to fight the owl bear or inquire about the damage it would do if it stepped on you? Not attacked you, just stepped on you.
No, I think
I
I'm
would
good.
like to just shift back into elk form and start running.
Yep.
If you're gonna
Yep.
hop on, you better hop on quick. Better make an acrobatics check if you want to jump on, because I'm
Alright,
running.
is okay. If you are proficient, make a survival roll real fast.
Okay.
You Marinette.
Ooh, nice 27.
If you are proficient, you may roll nature too. Alright, does anyone have any results they really want to brag about?
Oh, a nat 20 for 27.
Ooh. Well, look who finally knows the nature. Or was that survival?
That was survival.
He's surviving.
I don't
He
blame
doesn't
him.
know nature. He just knows how to survive.
Alright, for those of you who got above a 10 on survival, you are aware that you don't have to actually outrun an owlbear. You just have to outrun your friends. For those of you who got more than a 10 on the nature check, you are acutely aware that chances are this is going to be a little more than a little territorial and probably grouchy. They are known for their aggressiveness, stubbornness, and ill temper, and they can track by both sight and smell.
Wonderful.
Alright, so with that said, everyone who wishes to run, please make an athletics or acrobatics check to see how well you can outrun the others going through the woods.
Okay.
Ick. Oh, and Ick, you might want to change your name on the Zoom.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
You may want, and Ick, you have advantage as you are airborne. You have a little bit of an easier time dodging the branches and such.
I'm
You're doing better
gonna
than Targann.
finally.
I'm gonna
Oh
cast.
wow, y'all are so dead.
I'm gonna
I was
cast
gonna say
Claws
it's a dirty.
Fear.
That's a dirty 20 for me since I used my last wild shape to.
My first roll was 22. So I'm going to go with that one.
Okay.
I'm casting Claws Fear.
You're casting what?
Claws Fear. It needs to make a Wisdom save DC 14.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is clever.
Are you okay?
I can't outrun it. I need it to run away from me so that I can run away from it while
is
it's
still,
running away from me.
It is rolling over, waking up. It's not charging completely at you yet, but you all are all smart enough to put two and two together. So, do you really wish to do that?
I have -2 to athletics checks. I can't run.
All right. All right. What does it have to make?
Wisdom save DC 14.
Holy crap! You probably wish you didn't cast that you had saved this roll for another time. But that is a double 1 on the save. Gave it advantage for its size, and it got it rolled double ones. So, yeah, that does a 2 make it?
No.
Okay.
No, DC 14.
All right. It is pausing for a bit. Let me.
Uh, 1 minute. 10 rounds. We have to get away.
I am pulling up this. You said Cossphere?
Yep. First level.
Right. It can repeat the saving throw at each of its turns. So, let's see who is in the lead in this survival of the fittest.
Okay.
Since I had advantage, I rolled twice, but my 22 was higher than my 14, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. So, all right.
I had a
Adrien?
dirty 20.
Ick, and Craig. Oh, yeah. You three, I want you to make a perception check. As y'all take the lead, and then try again.
Who makes a perception check?
Adrien, Ick, and Craig for being in the lead on the athletics check. Try again.
Yeah.
For your failed athletics check, you take a branch to the face. That's going to be 2 damage.
Okay. 2 damage.
Yes, as you stumble past and trip over a rock in the snow, and you take a branch to the face and just kind of twat it out of the way and keep going.
All right.
All right. What do we get on those perception checks?
I got an 18.
14.
And all right. All three of you are going to spot as y'all are running past. You see off to your right a little, like a burrow hole. Looks like it would be about maybe 10 to 15 feet wide and maybe about 10 feet high. Yeah, about 10 or 15 feet high and 10 to 15 feet wide on this little hill as y'all start to come through a clearing past the trees.
Should we go in there? What do you think, Adrien? And who else? Craig? What do you guys think?
Does the hole appear to be small enough that the owlbear wouldn't be able to follow us?
I'm going to give it to you because the owlbear is bigger than the hill that the hole is in.
Yeah, but it's got like arms that can like jangle down in there. So depending on how it's situated.
Probably not very far through that.
Then yep, I just turn that way and run that way.
Yep, I'm turning that way too.
There.
All right. Does anyone not follow those three as they take a turn towards the hole? All right. Making a check here. All right. Y'all don't hear the owlbear barreling through the trees yet. Okay, and
he's afraid of me.
He's still afraid, yes. Okay, and y'all make another turn toward, y'all head on towards it. And he doesn't make it yet, and y'all get into the hole. Does anyone have dark vision?
Yes.
Yes.
I cast light.
You cast light. All right. Looks like it's fairly solid rock. Does have some cracks in it. And is a little smooth, especially towards the ground.
It doesn't appear to be like a tunnel, though. It appears to be more of a cave.
What do you think would be a good skill for that?
I'm just looking around. Do I see ways to continue on, or
you can definitely continue on? It does seem to keep going for the extent of your light and dark visions.
All right.
Can someone who's like proficient in animal handling see if like they notice if an animal lives here, like if it's
As a matter of
I will allow animal handling or nature checks. If you are proficient, you may roll either of those. One or the other, guys. Don't say, "Oh, I'm proficient in 3 things. I'm going to roll all 3."
Nope, only rolling the one.
Craig, I'm not seeing all of your rolls. I'm seeing like a 3 minutes ago and a 1 minute ago roll that's not popping up.
I don't have rolls for stuff like this.
Okay, so you didn't roll.
I made my perception check. Wait a minute.
Alright.
I guess they are not there now. That's weird. Like on my screen.
I see a perception check of 21 of 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, that was the perception check to see the hole.
Yeah.
Huh.
You haven't rolled anything since then?
No, I don't have nature or anything like that.
Alright, we'll just keep an eye on it. If I tell you to roll anything, just once double check that I do see it or that you did get a result.
You were saying if you have animal handling or stealth,
Yeah, you don't have
or
those.
survival or anything. Yeah, I don't do that. That's not my job.
Agartha,
Yes.
you have an odd feeling for this. It's smooth, like it's well worn, but you're not seeing like tracks or paw prints or footprints on it. So for such a smooth stone path beneath y'all, it it just doesn't seem to add up 100%.
Hmm. This seems out of place. It doesn't seem like anything lives here. There's no paw prints. There's no markings. I don't see any remains around here either. I don't see any like blood or bones sitting around, do I?
No, you do not.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was clear, so it's not like there's small details I'm missing about this as I'm looking around. It's bizarre. It doesn't seem like this should be here.
Have we looked at the map recently to see if this is maybe one of the tunnels that was pointed out to us?
As you pull out the map, you hear trees being knocked over in the distance.
Well, let's get a little further into the cave.
Like something huge bigger than huge might be following y'all.
Yep, we're
I
moving.
wonder what that could be.
He's probably not scared anymore.
Everyone
Probably more
in.
pissed than anything.
Probably not.
Well,
I feel like I no longer have to concentrate on the spell. So yeah, I'm going this way. And I pick a direction that I think is the direction of the observatory or closest to it.
It's a one-way tunnel.
Oh, okay. Then
So
that's the way I'm going.
Yeah.
That is the closest direction towards the observatory and away from the owlbear.
Yep.
Alright. Y'all are about 120 feet well into the tunnel when all of a sudden you hear this bit of a shake above and around you, and a bit of the dirt comes up off the top.
oh God. Oh.
Guys, I have a feeling that the thing that we're running from might be above us.
And then there's like a booming shake again.
Is it?
All right, double time.
It's digging its way in here. Let's keep going. Let's go.
We book it.
Yep.
Alright, is everyone booking it?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Alright, y'all see the marching order on Talespire?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, is this the order that y'all are booking it in?
I'm probably closer to the front since I was one of the first people in the cave and I have the light.
Yeah, me too. I'm probably like right behind him.
Alright, we'll move the owl there.
If anyone else doesn't have dark vision, they should probably be also up closer to the front since that's where the light is. But I think probably everyone else does.
I don't think I have dark vision.
It's what, two
Well,
half
that's good that I'm up
elves
there.
and a tiefling. And then what's the druid?
Well, I'm the tiefling.
Oh, the druid is the tiefling?
Yeah.
Druid's the tiefling.
I thought the wizard was the tiefling. My mistake. What race is the wizard?
I oddly have a large number of human and half elves in this campaign.
And I will push the other human-looking guy ahead of me, and I'll take up the rear.
Tim, are you a human?
Yes, I'm a human.
Oh, okay.
All right, thank you. All right. Okay. And y'all are double timing it. Everyone taking dash actions.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Craig.
Yep.
You need to make an athletics or acrobatics check as there is suddenly a pretty steep drop as you turn
4.
the corner in this tunnel.
4.
All right.
No.
Second, or flyer, you turn the corner and suddenly there's a very low ceiling as this floor suddenly drops. You hit your head, and it's time for you to make an acrobatics check as your feet are above your wings.
Well, I rolled
Alright,
a 1, but I got a
and-
+7 to it, so 8.
And who's next in line?
Me.
Make an acrobatics
It's a
check as you.
trap!
Yeesh. That's so
What did we
bad.
say about trying to get all the bad rolls out at the tavern?
I used them all on all those skill checks I just did.
Oh, no, man.
Listen,
I'm next.
Honey, you're
As I
next.
begin to fall, I yell, "It's a trap!"
Acrobatics for athletics.
Marinette,
I do bed.
Targann, Adrien.
Either
Roll it.
one. Let's try. I'm gonna try acrobatics.
All right, Marinette's gonna try acrobatics here.
It's all acrobatics. I want all of y'all roll it up. Oh,
That
good.
was-
One of you got a 10.
That was my mistake. Is
Marinette
I
did.
used acrobatics instead of athletics.
It's gonna be acrobatics, yeah.
Well, you told me either one, and athletics
Oh.
is a -2, but I haven't rolled below a 15, including the -2 yet. That was my mistake. I should have just stuck with the athletics.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think we're waiting on Adrian's roll.
I think that's
Oh,
my first
Nope,
row above
no, wait.
a 5.
Wrong sheet. Wrong sheet.
What'd you
Wrong
do?
sheet. Wrong sheet.
You did mine? I could have gotten it at 20.
We're gonna get.
I hate you.
He wasted your 20.
Oh,
wasted a good roll.
Alright. Y'all all go down the slide. The back half seem to handle it a little better. And
Face first.
changing up the maps, so bear with me. Bear with me if y'all while I turn off the share screen. Alright.
Oh no.
Y'all aren't y'all don't see my screen, right?
No.
Right.
No,
No.
we can't see it.
Okay. And we are
I
going
just
to-
realized I could have took out that like rod that like doesn't move
Oh,
and
I
planted
forgot
that.
that I'm
Dang it.
still.
Oh.
I didn't shift out of elk form as soon as we got out into the tunnel, so I'm stumbling around.
Alright.
You got like a
in a tunnel.
400 or 500 pound elk stumbling around.
Are we seeing this? We seeing this?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, let's add some atmosphere. Oh, there we go. Alright,
Ooh, spooky.
and we are going to. Y'all are going down, down, down.
As we start sliding,
And I'm going to turn on build mode because we don't need these things here.
Oh, I was excited for that big
Oh,
pile
I
of
think I
treasure.
know what you're using for this.
Don't.
I'm not
You
gonna
want-
spoil it, but
Yeah, but you weren't there for that session, so honestly, you really don't know either. Alright.
I'm trying to
I'm-
like grab onto rocks, do anything to try to brace.
And
Craig.
this is Targan. Okay. And then we need it. Who am I missing?
Craig, I'm in the middle.
Thank you. And
Ick
Ick
right
is
above
2
you.
below me.
thank you. Sorry, I'm used to the owl being a different player.
No worries.
All right. So we are going to take. Sorry, you are going to go prone, Craig,
Okay.
as you kind of land over here. Does light maintain concentration?
Light is not concentration. It is just for an hour.
All right. And we are going to enable flying, and we are going to move you up a little bit. And then who was
Yeah,
Agartha,
Agartha.
you weren't in the best of shape either.
No, and I was still in the shape of an elk, so anyone below me might need to watch out, because that's a 400 or 500 pound elk barreling
Ow.
down at you from a pretty good height.
All right. We're just going to knock you down. I'm not going to change your shape. All right. So who does have light coming off of them?
Me, and if the human wizard wanted it, I would have thrown it on him as well.
Well, light. There's only one light active at any time, right? It's
No. It's a cantrip. I create light. It lasts for an hour. I can do it at will. So I had one on me, and then as we were talking,
It
when I
lasts
did
until
it,
it lasts until you cast it a second time.
oh,
So
they
you
did change
so
it.
is it on
I
you?
apologize. They did change it. Yeah, so it's on me. Then.
Okay.
I don't remember it ending if you cast it again. That's okay. I apologize.
All right. And the rest of you, do you have dark vision?
yep.
Yes.
I know I do.
don't.
Except for the
Targan
wizard.
does it.
All right. So, as y'all come down, the three of you that were in the front are going to be prone. Craig, you've landed in your back, and it feels like maybe there's like a rock above you or something as you're trying to get up. You can't see the light; it's covered now, so you like get a faint glimmer of it, but you can't see it.
Well, it would have just been like on my shoulder. I just put it on me. Okay,
and
just so you're
yeah.
aware.
You're in a dark room, and your shoulders like covered.
Okay,
So so it is dark.
so I'm buried under rubble. Got it.
Yeah. You're trying to lift yourself up, and you're not feeling it. Agartha,
Yes.
you're like tangled up in something. You feel like you got your hooves stuck. And Ick,
Yeah.
your wings seem to like be caught, both of them, on like the top of the opening that y'all just slid down through. So the three of you who are standing up, you may make perception checks.
Is my Mall of Warning going off?
No, not yet.
Come on, honey, roll out.
Perception.
19.
Better than my 7.
Hold on. I'm not rolling off my phone.
Marinette was having the same problem where her rolls on her phone weren't showing up.
Mine's not even doing it.
Yeah, mine stopped doing it after a while.
Mine's showing up just fine on the mobile version. It's kind of weird.
I
Hang on.
There we go.
Who is not having results on theirs?
Oh, I've got it now. I just had to go to I had it open on my computer also. So I'm good.
All right, but we're good for now.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying. I swear that the game log of like y'all's rolls is better visible when I'm on the player sheets than it is when I'm on like the campaign collection. All right. All right. What y'all are? Oh, Marinette, are you on Discord?
Oh. I can be.
All right. I'm gonna send you a message in just a moment.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. What y'all are seeing is a bunch of smooth rock kind of around this that it looks like they're tangled in like rubble, and it looks like it might be kind of like a paper or a curtain like substance that's pretty thick, that's kind of heavy and falling over them. Marinette, check your Discord messages.
There, the private ones that he.
Adrien, don't metagame.
I'm not looking. I'm just helping her. I don't even know what you sent.
Okay.
All right, you gonna say anything?
No.
Oh no.
I'm getting back at two of them that called me watermelon. So no, I'm not gonna.
I just reach forward and I go to try to pull the paper stuff off.
All right, well, who you trying to pull it off of?
Probably the elk.
All right, you reach over for the elk. I want you to make an athletics check.
All right, here we go. That's it. Dirty 20.
All right, you managed to like yank, and you got him to at least sit up, but the rest of him, like his bottom half, is still like seemingly stuck in there. And all right, all of you make a perception check.
Alrighty. Well, I can't really communicate anything. Well, I'm
14.
Oh, that's
21.
I'm too distracted with being bundled up.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Craig, Ick, yeah, Craig and Ick, y'all are going to hear a faint whisper coming from down the path, and it is sounding like this. Help me.
Can't help
Guys,
you
I think
until I can help myself, and the DM hasn't given me a chance to move or anything yet.
Craig, do you want to try to get up?
Yeah, I want to get out from under whatever I am.
Your arms are a little pinned. You're not able to like lift yourself out of prone. So make an athletics check. You're gonna have disadvantage.
I was gonna say I'm probably gonna try and use acrobatics or my dex to like wiggle out because I'm not strong.
Use whichever you prefer.
So, oh, okay.
Can I also try to wiggle free?
Hang on, I want to see Craig's disadvantage roll.
Well, I was gonna re-roll both of them, so because I clicked on athletics and then you said use whichever, so acrobatics I failed.
I will
Doesn't
give
matter
you.
what my second roll
I
is.
will give you one more roll.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what my
I'm
second roll
sorry.
is.
You got 1 out of 3. Yeah.
And again, I should have used athletics with my -2 because I'm obviously much better than that than acrobatics with a +2.
Okay. What are y'all doing?
Can I also try to wiggle free?
Are you doing athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
You may roll for it.
As I try
Is that
to
with
get this stuff.
disadvantage?
Help me.
You don't have disadvantage. You're not prone.
Okay.
Stuck.
23.
Whatever you're stuck on is pulling on you. So you like get to like this angle to try to like wiggle free, but you feel like it's still gripping on you, like before you thought you were just pinned between some things. And as you try to wiggle free, it feels like whatever you're pinned in is pulling as you go down. And it's still there.
Guys, I feel like I'm not just stuck. I think that something won't let go of me, and like I tell them this very panically.
Marinette, you know anything about this?
I might.
Well, you might. Well, what is it? What is it? as I try to like pull the stuff off of the elk.
I'm gonna try to pop out of my elk form.
Make
To try to see-
hang on. We're gonna let Adrien make his athletics check as he tries to yank you free.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh.
You yank him free, and Agartha, that's a she, right?
Yeah. The character
You
is a she.
yank her free as you pull up, and you realize that like your hands are just, stuck together, and you like can't you can't like pull them away. You like brought them together where you grabbed them, and you pulled them up, and now you're like, your thumb is a Chinese finger trap or something.
I just look at this. I take a quick sniff of it. Is it poop or something?
No, it's fireworks.
Roll perception, and all of you here, help me.
We're trying, relax.
Oh.
It's like some sticky, stringy surface, that's just kind of like stuck, and you apparently like got your hands in it, and you feel like you're all tangled like maybe some vines as you're looking at it through dark vision.
Okay, if you say who I am correctly, I will tell you what it is.
You are Marinette.
Okay.
At what point did you ever introduce yourself? The only name I know is Watermelon. That's what he called you?
You heard him say it.
Because I'm more loud than this shy lady over here.
And I said my nickname was Ladybug, so
Help
your
me.
answer or not.
Yes, please, Ladybug.
Spider.
All right. Let's get the rest of our party free and then investigate this noise. So
It's
you
somebody
guys
else
just heard her,
trapped in
right?
the
Everyone
spider
shut
web,
up.
apparently.
Everyone shut up for a moment. Marinette, what did you
Help
say?
me.
I said the stinking spider web into a trap.
Oh, I
Don't
might
get
need to
it.
actually help out our friend Ick here. So what I would like to do is I would like to cast Thorn Whip on the webs.
Make an
around
attack
it.
roll.
Okay, sweet. Let's go over to my actions, and if it will actually let me
I'm
scroll
going
up
to
to it.
remember this watermelon.
Hey,
Nice. That is a 25 to hit.
I think I'm gonna call you Cat.
Alright, that is super effective, and it wraps around like the side, and it tangles it, and it just shreds it apart for,
7 damage.
who are you freeing?
Ick.
Alright, and Ick, you are brought down, and you can spread your wings, and a little sticky around the feathers, but for the most part you can flap them. You got maybe about 10 to 15 feet depending on the individual spots.
Gotcha. So I kind of not glide, but like lower myself with my wings to about where he is, and I just look at him and I say, "Thank you." And then if I'm able to, I would like to try to use maybe my talons to free somebody else.
Hang on, let's get. Alright. You're gonna try to. Who do you want to free now? We have. Well, actually, we're down to just Craig.
Yeah, let's try
Craig
to free Craig.
Craig
Alright,
has rubble on him.
Alright, no, he landed in it like head first, and like it seems like it fell above him, and he's like tucked in under a thick, weighted blanket of spider webs.
Can I use my talons to try to free him?
Yes, make an attack roll.
Ooh.
Did you roll to attack, or did you just straight roll damage?
I think I just straight roll damage. How do you roll to attack?
The bonus should be next to the action, so whatever the plus is, that's next to the damage roll.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 moment here.
Oh,
There you go.
Nice.
All right, you get not your first time diving at pinned down prey. Only you don't aim to kill this time, and you shred it, and you hook it like right on each side of each of his arms, and just pull it back, and it just rips apart, and he can just lift up his arms, and he throws it off of him, and just he's able to just start ripping it off.
Sweet.
All right, so Craig, you are now standing up. I am sharing my screen again, right? Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
let's go find this other guy that's trapped.
Are Adrian's hands still stuck?
I'm gonna say you are.
I'm just gonna look
Also-
over to Watermelon and just say, "You are a real pain sometimes."
Shouldn't have
Okay.
called me watermelon.
You
I
don't
think
get
I'll
to
just
pick
keep
your own
calling you
nickname.
whatever I want.
Do you want fruit or not?
I just tried to rip my own hands. I just tried to rip it apart on my own.
You don't get to pick your own nickname. That's where nicknames come from. Is other people pick them for you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like Kool-Aid, fruit
Your
punch,
hands,
watermelon, ladybug.
Adrian, your hands
Yes.
are stuck,
I-
right? I
I
wonder
start
if
to head.
I can apply some heat to it to try to see if whatever adhesive is keeping them together will at
Yeah.
least melt a little bit, so it's easier for you to get it off.
Does a 10 break the binding?
No. All right. What, Agartha? What are you doing?
So I was actually going to use produce flame, use a
Okay.
small little flame to try to warm up like the adhesive to try to see if it'll actually melt so he can take his hands apart.
He's coated in spider webs on his hand.
Oh, well, this would be okay. Can I roll nature to see if I would know in character that this would work against spider webs?
You may roll.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
While Agartha is doing that, Craig, I believe you wanted to move forward.
Yeah, I DM'd you, so I wasn't interrupting.
Yeah, you're welcome to cast light if you want.
Yep.
All right. You have a light, and all of a sudden you realize, like, all of these walls that are smooth aren't the stone smooth walls that y'all were encountering before, but it is just thick layers and layers and layers of spider webs coating over the sides, so that, like, if you fell or you brushed up against the side of the wall, and even a bit of the ground, there seems to be like these strings of spider webs just going along and across. All right, how far along were you going?
I'm looking for the person that's calling for help.
It sounds
If it
like
was a weak call, it can't be too far.
it sounds like it's coming right past this kind of opening here.
All right.
All right, so
I
you're
want
gonna
to
keep.
follow Craig as well.
Okay.
I say, hey, there's someone calling for help over here. When y'all finish up with that, head this way.
All right, for sure.
All right.
All right, Agartha.
Yes.
That is not a high enough roll. Adrien, do you let him cast this flame on your hands? Or to burn off the webs?
It's not like I'm hurling it at you. I'm just warming it up. It would hurt really badly if I actually threw it at you.
Sure. I'll let Agartha try to apply heat to the webs.
Alright. Agartha, how much would it hurt if you threw it at him as his hands
That's
catch on fire?
2d8 fire damage. Hey. So do you want me to roll it?
You may roll fire damage as it lights his hand in the web
9 fire
coating
damage.
on his hands.
I'm sorry. I'll try to druid craft the fire away.
That
I can
Oh,
light or snuff out a
you're a
candle
druid!
for a small
you're
campfire.
supposed to know everything.
Okay.
I tried
Alright,
to rip the webs apart now.
Okay. It's a little loose, but your hands are still on fire as it's like burning away. Do you have a way of putting out the fire? We got Targann, Marinette, Agartha, and Adrien. Y'all are the ones closer to the fire. The others are kind of heading towards this. Help me.
I just try to pat out the flames by like doing the manual grab and extinguish.
Marinette's laughing at him.
Alright.
Adrien will flick some of the flames toward her.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Don't do that. You're gonna cause this
You
to
remember in
snowball.
real life who you're talking to.
I am.
Okay, you're on the tonight.
Adrien, roll medicine as you're like trying to remember this, stop, drop, and roll from Barbarian school.
This is amusing.
Your mentor who was a Goliath who was telling you how to kill people with a hammer, was like, and when they burn your hat, and you're like trying to.
All right. I might need to amend this myself. Can I do a medicine check to use something that I have to put out the flames?
You got medicine.
You're gonna take. Alright, he's gonna take another 3 damage as he's like struggling to put out the last of the fire on his hands.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
to look at Marinette and say, "You did this."
Okay, fine.
No, she didn't. I did it, and it's my fault.
On him, so
Alright.
All right.
I'm gonna say that by then you'll figure out how to put the fire out.
Good.
Alright, and
I love you.
not Bill.
I just realized I think my owl's still upside down.
The owl is
Out of
still
character, I can
prone.
appreciate it.
Sorry. I was
Okay.
wondering why he was walking backwards. Alright. Let me find. Here we go. Alright. As you two come up on this little edge here, you make out a armored, what looks like, armored with like a sword, a shield, and some plate mail, lying down right around the corner on the ground.
I am horrible at investigating. Craig, how are you at investigating?
Investigating? I mean, I'm very perceptive.
Gotcha. So I was gonna say maybe one of us should like either do like a perception or investigation to see if this is not also a trap before we go and help, because I think we're on quite the streak here.
I'm 97% sure it's a trap.
Just to be clear, y'all think it's a trap just because of your luck.
No, because
Yes.
it's a guy down here that is by himself.
Okay.
After
No, I'm just like, y'all woke up the giant owlbear. You ran through a dark tunnel.
Yeah.
You got stuck on spider webs.
Yeah, no, this is suspicious that this guy's
world
here
is out
by
to get
himself
us.
and shit.
Okay. Alright,
it's a trap.
He is lying on the ground. Okay, what do you wish to do?
I go over and investigate. I say investigate. I go over and I'm looking him over and seeing if there's a way to easily get him unwebbed without getting webbed myself.
You may make an
I'm
investigation check. Ick, what are you doing?
I give myself
I'm following him,
guidance.
but I'm also kind of mentioning back to them, like not necessarily a yell, but just a hey guys, like we're this way.
Alright. The rest of y'all
coming.
in the back, what are y'all doing?
On the way.
I was gonna say I'll make my approach.
Gonna give me a total of a 20 on the investigation.
Targann will move up as close as possible without getting into the chamber.
I'm giving y'all about 20 feet of closeness. Okay. What was the 3 for?
Guidance.
Okay.
Give myself a plus D4.
Hang on. Alright, I'm making sure no one's... My phone went off. I'm making sure no one's reaching me on Discord. Alright. You take a quick look down, and you realize this guy's not in any kind of shape to be asking for help. This guy looks like he's pretty well unconscious, or best case comatose.
This
Can
guy
I?
doesn't look. I have medicine as a trained skill, by the way. This guy doesn't look like he should be asking for help. He looks like he's in a coma. I look around for somebody else that might be asking for help.
Alright, roll perception.
While he's doing that, can I pat down the body and do like a sleight of hand check to see if there's anything of interest on him?
So you rifle through his pockets. Rude.
Okay. Craig?
Yes.
You don't see anything immediately.
Okay.
Ick, as you're kind of like ruffling through his body or like clearing the webs, you start to feel something on your feathery hands as spiders come up from his body, and a swarm of them start crawling up your arm as they come out from underneath his armor.
Can I, as a bird, try to start pecking and eating as many as I can, but they're like kind of
Ew.
overwhelming me?
Craig?
Yeah.
You realize as it comes down from above you and it swoops down to make an attack. Alright. Let me pull it up.
He's not within 30 feet of me, is he?
No.
No, he is more than 30 feet from you. Alright. That is...
You won't be surprised.
It makes a swoop.
I'm not surprised. I expected this.
You expected to be surprised.
I expected a spider
does
to
it-
jump out at me.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Exactly.
How far away is he from me?
Alright, and now we pull out the little tape measure. And you are the purple one?
I am the green.
$35.
You need a 40-foot range to cast onto him.
Okay, let's see. Oh, that is perfect. Silvery barbs up.
The 20 stands.
All right. I'll give him
he got a 26 for the second swing.
Yeesh. Okay. Well, I'll slap the advantage onto him.
He's gonna probably want that, as it is now Craig's turn to make a Constitution saving throw, as this thing pulls out what can only be described as a stinger on one of its arms, and it manages to go right into his arm as he turns around.
Yeah.
Nope.
I would use that advantage.
Yeah, I did. It didn't help.
Oh
did-
no!
What did you get?
It's
An
like
Got an
What
eight.
did?
even with that. Oh, that sucks.
I rolled a
Both were
6
eights.
both times.
Whoa. Okay. First off, and this is just gonna suck. You're gonna take 13 piercing damage,
All right.
and your arm goes numb,
All right.
followed by the rest of your body as the poison in your arm paralyzes you.
All right.
Oh, that's brutal.
Everyone, roll initiative.
Oh, that is the word. Oh my god.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have lesser restoration, so if it was anybody else, I could remove
You'll
it.
shoot someone else because you're going first.
Oh no, I have lesser restoration too. I'm a support cat. I'm the support caster, so I kind of have to have this stuff on deck.
Oh boy.
Hope I can roll that through all this.
Okay.
As his lips start to freeze up, he looks over at Ick and goes, "Told you it was a crap."
Okay, I might regret it a little bit. Not telling everybody.
Mm.
Remember that time I said that this is probably one of those things that y'all don't want to come in short-handed, that y'all survive much better together? You're probably going to want to
That's
remember
starting to
this
sound
lesson
familiar.
for the future.
How about everyone stays close next time?
Now just remember what Craig would do in this situation.
Yeah.
I mean, we are close. Everybody's within like 40, 50 feet.
No, what did you say about healing people?
Oh yeah, you don't heal people. Removing poison and stuff, that's not healing. Like lesser restoration is fine.
That's still some restoring someone's body, which is in a form healing.
Alright. Okay, did anyone get above a 20 on their initiative?
Me, Marinette did 24.
Alright. Anyone else above a 20?
Nope.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16. $15, 14.
I'm 14.
Oh, okay, thank goodness, you might live. Alright, 13, 12,
13,
12.
13. Alright. 11, 10, 9, 8. 7. 6. 5.
Keep going.
Who's left?
Keep going. Keep going.
3.
Oh my god.
3.
Oh, I should roll initiative.
Our Druid.
Oh,
20.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, that might save you. Alright, Craig at a 20. Alright. Who else?
Did you note down my 3?
Okay. And Targann.
12.
Okay, Targann 12. And then Agartha 3. Okay. Who am I missing?
Marinette at 24.
No, I got them all. Marinette, Ick, Adrien, Targann, Agartha, and Craig. Yeah, we're good. Thought there was another. Okay. Let's find a...
Yes.
Where's the spiders? There it is. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yep. Oh boy.
Oh.
They're big baby spiders.
Mm-hmm. And let's do a regular size spider over here, even though it's technically on Ick. So that is the swarm of them crawling up on her. Alright, top of the round.
Get a crossbow right.
Marinette.
Yes, I'm gonna use my crossbow and go after the big one.
Hang on. Not the music I wanted. There we go. Okay. There you are.
Alright, I'm gonna use my crossbow.
Alright. Which one you aiming for?
The big one.
What's your dark vision range? Oh wait, he has light on him. You can see it.
You got a clear shot?
How many feet do I have to be for the crossbow?
100 feet.
You have
Which is
100
open.
feet range on it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you
wondering
could
if
hit
you
it
want
with
to
a
shoot
45 foot range.
I should move over where no one's in the way. There we go.
Alright.
And I won't hit anybody besides the spider.
Alright, go for it.
Do you do bonus action or anything?
I won't do that.
Hunter's Mark.
Yes.
Okay, so you will bonus action Hunter's Mark the spider.
Mm-hmm. We will go ahead and mark it orange for Hunter's Mark.
Yep. Alright.
Alright. 20 does hit. You may roll damage.
Well, no, that's she didn't.
I didn't do it. Hold on.
Oh,
That was someone else.
sorry, that was the initiative check.
All right.
24. 24 hits, roll damage.
Eight.
Well, and a d6 from Hunter's Mark. I know you're tired. I just want to.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
And then she's going to just.
Yes.
Ooh!
Nice.
Alright. She pulls back and it shoots straight across, and you hear this little crack in its hard shell as you peg one right into the side of it. Alright, and that is going to be... And check in real fast, stat block, okay. And is that your turn?
Yes.
Nope.
What?
It's not your. It's not the end of your turn because you have 2 attacks.
I do?
Yeah, because you're level 5.
Hey, teach me this stuff.
I did.
I guess it's not the end of my turn. I guess I'm going again.
And if you hit, you roll an extra d8 of damage because of Gloomstalker.
Alright, let her roll.
17.
17.
17 will hit. Roll damage.
$11.
And then, because Gloomstalker and Hunter's Mark, you got it, hun. The reason she ignored reloading is she has the crossbow expert feats.
Alright, what is the second roll?
17 points of damage.
Okay. Alright. And that is going to bring it up to... Okay. It is bloodied. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Craig, you are paralyzed.
Okay.
And I do believe that consumes your turn as you cannot move or speak.
I can't move or speak, and I'm also incapacitated. Do I get any additional saves, or that's
You
just it?
get a save at the end of your turn. Make
Okay.
a con save.
Nope.
Alright. Okay, next up. Take a quick
Bless you.
look at something here. Alright. It sees that you're essentially down, Craig, and it moves over. It moves over this way, and it takes a swing at Ick.
Okay.
Alright. And we are picking. Alright. This one is going to take a bite at you.
Okay.
And they are rolling hot, so this is not a good time for you all not to be rolling well. Does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing you're going to notice about this bite is that it is... my cat is dropping stuff on my dinner. Sorry, guys.
Annoying cats.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a later session. Don't worry. Alright. Okay, you are going to take... You are going to take 5 piercing damage. Make a con save.
That
Oh,
wasn't
no.
great. It's 6.
Yeah, you're not going to like this one bit. Alright, 1... Don't you hate it when the DM reaches for more d8s than... Okay. You are going to take 26 poison damage.
On top of the 5?
This thing is dripping poison. The 5 was piercing, this is
Gotcha.
poison. You get the feeling you really want to make that con save from here on out.
I have 2 points left.
That's
You
fine.
are now poisoned.
If I die, I'm coming back as a healer. Don't worry, team.
I haven't even
Alright.
gotten to take my turn.
It pulls out. Alright, after it takes its bite, you see its butt raised behind you. Behind it. And it shoots out webbing at you. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay, and you just do this little turn, and it shoots right past you. Alright. That is its turn. And
Wait, could I
then...
use deflect missiles?
Well, it actually has to hit you
Like-
for you to be able to use deflect
Yeah,
missiles,
okay,
unfortunately,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
That's a good point.
it would be pretty funny if you could just throw a spider right back at you.
Alright. The rest of you then see crawling across the ceiling another one.
Oh, Lord.
Oh gosh.
And it's going to block your shot as it comes up here. And we are going to fly it as it essentially is up in the air crawling on the ceiling. And it is going to look at y'all. And it looks at Marinette, who just shot its friend. And it is going to tilt its butt, I guess, down because it's upside down. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
You're pulled 25 feet, and it is grappling you in the web. Alright. And it has advantage as it swoops down to take a bite at you.
On the bright side, though, you have a friend playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's cool.
Alright. I take it a 19 hits.
Yeah. Use that.
You are going to take 6 piercing damage. And
Let's make a concentration check on her hunter's mark real quick.
whose team are you on?
Hers, but also the game's. She does succeed, but here comes the con check for the poison, right?
It's all one
Did
attack.
she make a con save?
Yeah.
Well, the con save
What's-
was for concentration on hunter's
Stop.
mark.
Stop. I call for the con save. You can ask it after the full set of damage. Alright. What was the con save?
19.
She makes the con save. We don't need to worry about being poisoned or poison damaged. Alright. So she can make a concentration check against 10 to maintain Hunter's Mark. But it sounds like she already did.
Yeah,
Oh,
5.
alright. It's gonna be combined damage, so ask me to when to make the con saves. Don't do it automatically. Whether
You got
I
it.
want a dozen con saves for getting hit with a bunch of pebbles or just one, that's my call. Alright. Alright.
You got it.
So that is the 2 spiders. Ick.
Yes.
You're poisoned, right?
Yes.
Okay, and pulling that up. Was that the bite poison?
Yes.
Okay, you are paralyzed.
Oh.
Lovely.
Make a Constitution saving throw against being poisoned.
It's a 2.
Oh no!
Oh my.
Oh gosh.
I'm not looking so good, guys.
You'll be fine.
It's just a flesh wound. It's fine.
Hang on. I'm sorry. We need to back up for a moment. You're not. I'm confusing the two. Craig,
Yes.
you are paralyzed because you got the stinger. The
Right.
bite, which deals the damage, poisons but does not paralyze.
Okay.
So you are poisoned. You have disadvantage on everything, and you can Alright.
Really quick, just as
Yeah.
a note to help people out, on your character sheet on D&D Beyond, on the right-hand side towards the top, there's a section called Conditions. If you left-click on that, it'll open it up, and then you can add things like poisoned, and it'll have a little drop down there that tells you what it gives you, but it also will help automatically do the stuff for you on your rolls if you're poisoned and stuff like that.
Sweet. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Alright, and just so we can all be kind of clear, this is what is dripping poison attacking at y'all.
Oh.
The hell is
Yeah,
that?
guys. I think it's nice. I think we should
It's
keep it
actually
as a
kind of
pet.
adorable. Aw.
The hell is
You're
wrong
allowed
with
to
you
say
might
people?
have
as a
rabies.
pet.
No. Bad bird and watermelon and barbarian. We're not keeping it as a pet.
Ick, you are not paralyzed. You are poisoned. You may take your turn.
Okay. I would.
Unlike the paralyzed, however, you do not get to make a Constitution saving throw against being poisoned per turn.
Okay.
Alright.
So do I take damage right now for being poisoned?
You do not. It does, however, essentially give you disadvantage on everything.
Okay, got it. So I would like to make an unarmed strike with my first attack action against the big guy looking at me.
The big guy?
Yep.
Alright.
Does a 20 hit?
20 definitely hits.
Okay, so gonna be 7 damage against him. And then
You said 7?
how's he? Yeah.
Alright,
How's he looking?
hang on.
Not dead?
He is bloodied, but he's not in last leg territory. They get
Okay,
to last leg territory, we start rolling dice to see if he was the scrawny one or not, and if you deliver a death blow.
Gotcha. Okay, I would like to use my second attack on this action to hit him again. Unarmed.
Alright.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Perfect. And then that's going to be a 7.
Alright.
You rolling these at disadvantage?
And then, so I put on the poisoned condition. Does that still automatically give the disadvantage?
Versus what?
It doesn't look like it's
No.
giving you disadvantage.
No, it's not
So-
applying
Okay.
any disadvantage.
What I would say.
Okay, so do we
is
want to have that count
those
as
first
one
two
roll?
rolls count as one roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I want 2 more rolls, and then we're gonna do a high-low to see if they pair in her favor or not.
Okay. You
So
want me to
make
go
two-
ahead and roll?
Make 2 more attacks, and then we're gonna high-low roll to see if we pair it in a fashion for your favor or not.
Okay.
Alright, so we get...
Oh lord.
An
Oh,
eight.
no.
Oh,
Alright, here, wait for it.
Do you want me to hit the damage or the hit?
You,
to hit.
that didn't hit. Roll 1 more.
Okay. 12.
Okay. High or low?
Hi.
Alright, here we go. 19. I'm pairing the lows with the highs. So we're gonna count both hits and let the damage stay.
If she's at
Okay.
disadvantage, that would mean both fail.
No, I'm putting the 20 with the 8, and the
Right.
19 pairs with the 12.
Right. So if she's at disadvantage,
Oh.
she takes the lower roll.
You're right. We're gonna take off one of the hits.
Okay. And then as my bonus action,
Sorry
I
about
still
that. I got
have...
cross-eyed.
All good, all good. As a bonus action, I still have Fury of Blows I would like to
Alright.
use.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
You want to describe what Fury of Blows is?
Like as like just a description or like...
Add it some flavor. I believe
Oh, okay.
you get it. How many times do you get to swing with it?
It's twice. Flurry blows is twice.
Yeah.
Alright. So I believe you still have disadvantage on those swings.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one was 17.
Alright, we got a 17 versus a
25.
17 stands. Roll damage to settle that one.
And that's going to be another 7.
Alright.
And then here's for the 2 next ones. That's going to be a 12
Okay.
and then a 13.
Both that's gonna miss on the second go around.
Okay.
And
So it'll only take the 7.
hang on. And yeah, it's only taking the 7.
Okay, and that's going to be 1 key point for me. So I'm going to mark that real quick.
Alright. Alright, this one is starting to border last leg territory a little bit, but it's not completely in it yet. You have to, but it could go down on a pretty strong blow, as you're starting to see its exoskeleton cracking. The little thorns on the arms are, broken off in parts where you've punched it and you've knocked it out. Alright,
Okay.
Adrien.
All right. I did make a bit of a mistake. Marinette and I are tired. With Gloomstalker, she gets an extra attack if she takes the attack action. So she has 2 attacks, level 5, and then because with Gloomstalker, we'll just remember that for later.
I'll read it after this session.
Adrien is going to look at the spider that just grappled and spun up Marinette in a web. And it's just going, and he'll just roar, "Oh no! You don't get a nice juicy snack!" And go into rage, bonus action, and he's going to charge up to the spider.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And reckless Great Weapon Master attack with Maul of Warning.
Alright. I'm sure Flower remembers this when he DM'd one time and I was the Barbarian. Alright.
Oh, that's 20!
Ooh, let's go.
So that's 22 to hit. Minus 5 because of Great Weapon Master.
Alright.
Okay. 18 points from that. Oh.
That's
Divine
20.
Fury.
Oh, yeah. You need to roll that twice. Yeah.
9. Okay. So 9 of it is Radiant, and 28 of it
Where'd you get the Divine Fury from?
I'm a Zealot.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright. So you got 16 from the Maul. Did you double the dice on that for the nat 20?
No. The 16 is the Maul.
I'm gonna pause it for a moment. Okay, we got the 16 from the Maul. We're letting that stand. And then we got the 9. What is the 9 damage? Radiant?
Yes.
Okay. So that's gonna be 25 so far. Did you have any others before we roll the double dice for this?
Well, plus 10 from the Great Weapon Master.
And that's a straight 10, or is that like a dice?
Straight 10.
Okay, so that is going to be a whopping 25 plus 10. That makes 35. And let's pull it out here. Alright, you got 4d6. And then 2d6 for the Radiant, so 6d6. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's drop it right on the spider. So 25 plus 22. Alright, you have taken him straight from great health to last leg territory. Not deep in last leg territory, but he is in last leg territory. And both of them look pretty well cracked as you pretty much just blindside smack. You know, like he's looking at trying to string up Marinette, you know, bringing him up, and you just cold cock it right around its teeth, and it looks at you with like this broken face, and it mutters to you in this sad voice, "Help me."
Let's go. Oh, hell no! And I'm gonna go again.
You got another attack?
Yes, I do.
Alright.
Great Weapon Master again.
How are you trying to do this?
So I basically cold clock it, right? I want to try to slam it baseball style and see if I can send its corpse smacking into the other one.
Alright. Go ahead and try. Let's see if you can knock this thing off.
Advantage. So it's Reckless Great Weapon Master, just making sure that's out there.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Alright, that does hit. Roll damage.
So that's going to be 14 base and then plus 10 from Great Weapon Master. That's 24 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, you're on Divine Fury.
No,
I don't.
no. So that's only for the first attack on my turn.
Okay.
Alright. And what was the damage?
24 total.
You cave its head in, and your hammer like gets stuck in there.
Oh no! Reconnect to the board.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Alright, we still here?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's. Oh. Shoot.
we're here. Everything looks good.
Hang on. There it goes. Alright. Okay. Alright. And he falls over upside down. As you cave his head in. Alright. That is your turn, right?
Oh yeah.
Alright. Next up. Ick.
Yeah.
You are still covered in spiders.
Yep.
Okay, and they go and they take a bite out of you. Here we go. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to take 9 piercing damage as they bite into you. Make a con save.
Gotcha. 16.
16 makes it. You do not take any poison damage.
Okay, and I am actually
Actually, you have disadvantage on that because you are poisoned already, aren't you?
The
Yes.
save, not on saves. It's only on ability checks and attack rolls. For the poison condition, very specifically.
Yep.
well, either way, I think it's still 16 because I rolled again and
That is
Yeah.
correct. Okay, yeah. You make it. Okay.
I also am starting death saves. I just wanted to let you know that I am
No.
dead.
Wow.
You're not dead. You're
dying.
down. There's a
Yeah,
difference.
you know what I mean. You know what I
Oh.
mean.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna let you die.
I mean, we're not?
No,
Because, I mean, speaking on behalf of the spiders,
they don't get a vote.
The spiders are trying.
they are definitely trying.
They don't get a vote.
Alright, Targan.
Let's see. I'm going to. Both of them are pretty bloody, but we got.
Well,
It with,
one's dead.
yeah. That one's. I'll tell you what. I'm just going to do. I'm going to use cantrips, so I don't waste spell slots. So, Toll the Dead.
On Ick.
No, on the big spider.
Alright. I believe that is a wisdom save.
Yes.
Alright. And
And it's wounded, so it should be D12.
Yeah, I'm 5th level, so it's 2d12 since it's bloodied.
does a 12 make the save?
Let me get back to my character. Hold on just a second.
Should.
I don't believe it does, but let me check. Hold on.
I mean, you would have to have a 1 bonus in your stat for it
Well,
to
No, it
save on a
doesn't.
14.
It does
or a
not.
12.
Okay, well, you may roll damage as it echoes and cracks at its a little bleeding exoskeleton.
Okay. Let's see. The damage. Crap. I'm D&D
Yeah.
Beyond is crapping out on me. Hold on. Let me get 7. Should have.
Was it supposed to be 2d12?
No, yeah, it's supposed to be. There's
Alright.
a 7. Don't think it made a difference, but that's it.
Alright, it is getting deeper into last leg territory as you're starting to see cracks and like weak spots that you could definitely, start to really beat into it. But it's not down yet. It still got its arms. It's still swinging.
Okay. That will
Alright.
end my turn.
That is your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, top of the round. Now I'm messing.
Hey,
Agartha.
Okay, so I would like to get in front of my compatriots to try to see if I can see our owl friend that is dying there.
Alright. 10, 15, 20.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna move you here for line of sight.
Sounds good. Okay,
Alright.
so well, I will use my bonus action, Balm of the Summer Court. As a bonus action, by spending dice from the pool, you can restore HP to one creature I can see within 120 feet. So I will, because this seems like a pretty dire situation, I will use all 5 of them to give her 15 health back and 5 temporary HP. So that is 15 healing to her and 5 temp HP. So that should be enough to keep her alive. And then I will use my action. Just as life protects, it attacks. I will use my action to cast Produce Flame, and I will throw it at him. At the spider.
That's a cantrip.
Yes. And 12 is probably not going to hit.
High or low?
Still low.
You have an idea that, considering the amount of web that it just shot out at Marinette, and kind of the inklings around the walls, that it might not be the best idea to use fire in this environment.
So, can I retract my action then?
You're allowed to.
Okay, then I will try Thorn Whip in its place.
Man.
So, once again a 12.
One moment. You said 15 HP and 5 temp?
Yes.
Alright.
And that ability is not a spell. It is just a bonus action that I have. But
what is your bonus action?
That was the bonus. The bonus action was the healing. The action was the Thorn Whip, which I don't think a 12 is going to hit.
Yeah, and that's a cantrip, so you're allowed. And no, a 12 does not hit.
Yeah, I figured as much. I will stay there and end my turn.
Alright. And now we are at the top of the round. And Marinette.
Still grappled by the spider web.
That is for her to make. She can use her action to try to get out of it. Since she is restrained. Hang on. Oh, nope, restrained does not prevent from, does not invoke disadvantage. Are you poisoned?
No.
She's grappled.
You may use your action to try to escape the grapple with an athletics or acrobatics check.
She'll try to wiggle her way out with acrobatics.
Alright, let's see her roll.
21.
Alright. She is free. She wishes to stand up.
Yes.
Alright. Any bonus actions or movement?
No.
She doesn't have a bonus action that would be of use right now.
All right.
Ends your turn?
Yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Craig.
I accidentally clicked dexterity, but it's the same bonus as my con save.
And did it do you any good?
I got an 18.
You take a deep breath and you recover from the stinger poison, and you start to feel the feeling come back in your fingertips and your feet, and you are yourself again, but that will end your turn.
Heard.
All right, and then next up is the spider, who sees that you're starting to move around and lift your hammer up.
Oh, I don't have a hammer.
I'm sorry.
I don't have a weapon out. I usually
Okay.
don't have a weapon out. But he can see me moving and stuff. I just wanted to be clear. I'm not taking an attack of opportunity if it moves away from me. I got no weapons out. I just got my shield.
It's got its eye on you as you're starting to move again, and Ick is still prone. So it turns to you, and it doesn't necessarily.
Oh, I'm prone? Oh, I didn't realize I went prone. I thought I froze in place.
No, you
when it
weren't
hit
prone.
Me.
Ick is prone.
Oh, okay.
So it's still thinking Ick is down, so it sees you as the closest credible threat to take down.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I mean, you like the idea now, but wait until you make a con save.
That's my job, is to take damage for people.
Oh, well.
I thought that was my job.
I thought your job was to heal people.
No,
that's
that
my
is
job.
not my job.
Alright, does a 14 hit as this thing pulls out its fangs?
No, I shove my shield in its face and tell it to fuck off.
Alright. And as it's biting onto your shield, it raises one of its stinger arms and it brings it down. Does a 9 hit?
Nope. It bounces off of my mithril plate mail.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away, as this thing does not manage to land a blow as you start to get the feeling back in your arms. Alright, next up, Ick.
I would like to stand.
Alright, you stand.
And I guess let's go with an unarmed attack.
Who are you unarmed attacking?
Let's start with the big guy because he's not looking so good. Okay, so
They're spiders, none of them look good.
true. A 22. Am I still poisoned?
You are still poisoned.
Okay, let me roll another one. Okay, how about a 12? Does that hit?
12 does not hit, big guy.
Okay, so did I use an action to stand?
No, you used movement to stand.
Okay,
you use
okay.
use up half of your movement to stand.
Gotcha. So I will try another unarmed strike against it.
Okay.
So that one's 11. And then another 11. So I'm not hitting it with that. Let's try an unarmed strike as a bonus action since I'm able to do that. Why is my... Okay, now it's my turn with the D&D Beyond not working. There we go.
Alright.
The first one is 22, and then...
And...
Yep, the other one's 22 as well.
Oh, then
All right.
there you go. Okay. You managed to pull this little uppercut elbow punch into it, and...
Hit for 5.
Alright, you are knocking some of the... There we go. And we're going to animate. Whack! And you knock some of like the skin and covering off of the face, and you just see like the dozen eyes kind of loose and oozing. And it is not yet down.
Okay.
Alright. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Adrien, you hear this thing bleeding and kind of screeching and going, and it mutters in this distorted mockery. Help me!
Reckless. Great weapon master.
Alright. You're charging on up to it from behind.
Yep. Oh, shoot. Actually, this one misses. 5.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay. Reckless. Just reckless. 21.
21 will hit. Roll damage.
14 bludgeoning. And then, because this is the first attack that hits, Divine Fury for 5 radiance.
Alright. You come in and you swing it over your head and you hit it smack dab in the back, and it just kind of crushes in, and it just splatters across and its legs fall off the sides. And just because I like this, the way this looks, we're gonna knock it prone.
That's so silly.
Scritch.
You should have done that and then put it in the air to have the one crawling across the ceiling.
I should have, but I thought that would have been a little much.
Okay, so let me get straight. With Great Weapon Master, I just reduced the creature to 0 HP.
Mm-hmm.
I can make 1 melee attack as a bonus.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm going to run up to all the spiders crawling around on Ick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use an unarmed strike to try to start squishing the spiders in my hands. I don't want to whack her with a hammer.
Are you sure you don't want to whack her with a... Okay.
No, whack the spiders with the hammer.
You may roll to attack.
I will reckless this, but it's an unarmed strike. That's going to be 20 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
It's 7 bludgeoning.
Alright.
It would be 5, but it's +2 because of rage.
Not yet bloodied. It looks like you got some of them, but not yet most of them.
I will then move out of the way so that if someone's coming up and that way they can try to start getting in on a
Alright.
with squash in action.
Okay.
And yeah, let them try to take an attack of opportunity or something, I guess.
They don't have range for that. They're a touch range.
Okay.
They have to be crawling on you.
Oh. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is going to be the swarm of spiders. Alright. And does a 22 hit?
Silvery barbs.
Yes.
It doesn't quite hit. Hold on. Let's see this.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I thought you meant
Does a 12 hit?
He did mean you, but somebody made the monster re-roll.
Oh, okay. A 12? No.
Yeah. Okay.
And Ick, I will give you the advantage since it is crawling on you.
So, Agartha, why don't you explain what Silvery Barbs does?
So, Silvery Barbs is a reaction spell. It's a first level. Whenever a creature within 60 feet of you makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, I can use my reaction to make them re-roll it, and use the lower of the rolls. Then I can pick one creature that's within that same range and give them advantage on any one ability attack roll, ability check, or saving throw made within the next minute. I don't need to concentrate on this.
Okay.
Alright, everybody hear that?
Yep.
Okay. So after the swarm, Targan.
All right. I'm going to use firebolt. So I'm going to roll. I rolled a.
Are you sure you want to do that?
The only other thing I could do.
I think we established by setting Adrien's hands on fire is that fire and spider
Yes.
webs
Don't mix.
do not mix.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll just Eldritch Blast then.
All right.
Ooh.
What do you get? Ooh. 23 does hit.
Okay.
I'll move you up a little just so you have line of sight.
Ooh.
That's
Nice.
it.
How much?
I'm not.
4.
Yeah, it was not much.
Alright. It does, however, do move them into the bloodied or half gone stage.
And you've got a second blast on that, by the way.
Yeah,
I was wondering why it was.
I'm
showing.
pulling up your sheet and I'm trying to figure out, but I think you do. Yeah, you get 2, so roll a second attack.
Second damage. Yeah.
No, second attack roll.
It's
Okay.
a second attack roll, yeah.
Oh,
It's not-
okay.
It's not like the other spells where it's just
Alright.
a.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool
Eight,
because it means you
12.
can target different things, but it also means you have to roll to hit more than once.
12 does hit.
Okay, and then I had rolled my damage prior to that, so
Another 3.
yeah.
Alright. It is starting to get close to last leg territory as there's just a few left. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Alright, after Targan. Agartha.
Alright. I'm gonna
Yeah.
step a little closer, so I'm gonna move 5 feet up, and then I'm going to use Thorn Whip
Alright,
on the swarm of spiders.
alright.
So, whap. 26 to hit.
26 does hit. Roll damage.
You wouldn't let me pull them closer if I wanted to, would you?
It's going to be a moot point as you are going to fling it out, and she loses just a little bit of feathers, but they pretty much get stuck on the thorns as you pull it apart, and they just fly across the room and splatter against the wall.
Oh, that's a spectacle and a half. I like that.
Alright, we are suspending initiative for a moment here
Woo!
as y'all start to recollect yourselves.
I'm gonna take a look at the at Ick with medicine to see how long I think she's gonna be poisoned for.
You may roll medicine. I'll also allow nature.
Well, I rolled bad, so I only got a 10.
Want me to take a look?
I don't know if that gets
No,
it for me.
What's this role playing, Adrien?
That does not get it for you.
Alright. I'll take a gander then. Let's see. Yeah, how's a 23 look?
23. Looks like it's a more potent, like just, you're familiar with the poison from these spiders, but whatever made them grow into like this big size and limited speech has apparently also just made them drool their venom in such an excessive amount. So Looks like she has maybe a minute on it.
Oh, so like
And-
another minute and it should fade.
Okay.
And but this isn't venom that's known for, that's usually meant for killing creatures the same size as a spider. This is usually something to paralyze something about the same size or smaller.
I was worried she was gonna be poisoned for like another hour or two. But if we think it's gonna be gone in a minute or so, then I'm gonna hold off on lesser restoration ick. But if you're still feeling bad in a couple of minutes, we'll go ahead and we'll just do that and get rid of the poison. But I'd rather save the spell if it's gonna go away quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, something got knocked down over there, so I was a little distracted.
I think Adrian's trying to say something in his limited barbarian communication skills.
No. May we end it there tonight?
We got maybe 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Alright. So, anything... Alright. So, y'all checked Ick. Was there anyone else wanting to do something? Did I miss someone in the middle there?
I'll check out the guard now.
You'll check out the,
The body on the
dead-
ground.
Looks like for... Let's grab... Where's Adrian?
Behind me.
Up.
Oh, yeah. Alright, as y'all check out the body, it looks like it's relatively intact. Like whatever got him didn't really scratch up his gear, but just seemed to like poison incapacitate him without an excessive struggle. So, other than yanking it from the webs, looks like he has a broadsword and some basic plate mail on him.
Is he dead?
Oh, he's dead. The spiders ate his eyes out and laid eggs in his brain.
I'm going to squash the head.
Roll to attack.
I will make that reckless. I am not about to have a bunch of... Okay, 25. And I'm just going like sledgehammer, just...
And you
not sledgehammer,
crush, you
what's
crush
the-
the head, and the little helmet goes flying off. Ding, ding, ding.
So normally I wouldn't say, hey, let's carry around a bunch of basic equipment, but plate mail is really, really expensive. So I would definitely say one of you stronger people should carry this. Throw it in the sack or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty adverse to touching anything metal, so I'll pass on that.
I mean, a normal suit of plate mail costs about 1,500 gold. So
I can try to carry it. I have +2 to my strength.
Oh, here's my question. Where are we going to fit that stuff?
in a sec.
What? Did anyone else bring any sack? Because my backpack's full.
Does the guy have a backpack or a sack or anything? You said some basic equipment.
No, anything that wasn't metal has been pretty much eaten away in the conditions of the cave. Just between the spiders, the webs, the kind of dry, damp, conditions kind of ate it away as these bugs just kind of crawled in and out of it all the time.
I mean, if someone had a bag of holding, that'd be great.
Well, obviously, if somebody had a bag of holding, that would be great. Not just for this, just in general. I mean, that's great. Hey, does anybody have a bag of holding?
No.
For some odd reason, I have 20 pounds of rations, though.
What?
You're a fat bird. Constantly.
I don't know why. I
So is
have
it
so
rations or
much.
is it just seed?
20
Oh no,
bag
yeah,
of
that's
bird
standard.
seed.
Then no, that's
We'll,
standard.
we'll
That's
talk
standard
about it later
rations.
when I got to share.
Yeah, no, that's standard rations because I've also got 20 pounds sitting in my bag as well.
That sounds oddly familiar with another member of
Stop!
another camp.
Don't talk about the bag, okay?
Yeah, I don't actually eat rations. I just make food every night.
Don't. We aren't bringing that up right now. We can bring it up on Sunday, okay? It's already coming up soon.
I'll take my blanket and put it down and strip the pieces of armor off, put them on the blanket, wrap it up like that. If somebody has some rope that I could borrow, because I don't have rope.
I have rope.
Rope is
50 feet of
heavy,
it.
and I don't
Do
want to
we
carry
want to
that.
bury this guy?
I'm gonna
Just
say
for a-
last rites.
Okay. I mean, we do have a priest here, so if you would like to pray for him while I get the hole dug out.
What skill would you like to use for your last rites prayer?
Probably religion.
Roll it.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
What is your deity?
God of War. I mean, does he have any type of holy symbol or anything on him?
Not that you can see. He might have had like a holy book that's decayed away at this point.
Yeah.
Alright.
If he doesn't have anything, then it's basically a general, hey, whoever he worshipped, hope he can get to you.
Your deity smiles upon you for this prayer, as apparently this fallen warrior carried some favor.
Oh, nice.
And you are what's a cleric's hit die?
D8.
D8.
Give yourself 4 temporary hit points.
Oh, well, nice. Cool.
Alright. And with that, there is going to be a subtle shake of the cave, and you'll see a bit of dust and dirt and rock kind of crumble and fall away from above, as this doesn't seem like the most sturdy place.
Let's keep going. I think that Oliver is still mad at us. But let's all stay close and look for spiders.
Yeah.
Anyone
agreed.
opposed?
Nope.
Also keeping an eye out for the possibility of other bodies that are like have been cocooned and off on the side that may not have bunches of metal armor to give them away, but may have goods or like a pouch of money or something that they were killed with and whatnot.
I'm gonna move y'all a little closer together. Alright. And then y'all hear the rumble again. I want a nature check. If you speak undercommon or are a underground dwelling race, you will have advantage on this.
I don't know if any of us are.
Marinette nor Adrien know undercommon. He does know primordial.
Then it's a straight nature roll if you're for y'all.
Just everyone?
I'm gonna allow everyone.
Oh wow.
I think some-
that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh, now y'all know how to roll. Now you'll know how to. But hey,
No.
paralyzing poison. I can't make a con save for my.
I even gave
I
advantage
still don't know
on
how
that.
to
Come
roll.
on.
Alright.
I just wanted to see what you guys could do. I was just chilling and letting you guys fight.
Agartha and Adrien, y'all are gonna hear this from like distant lore and rumors, if you would. It's not just the rumble, but afterwards there's like a grumbling sound that is very subtle that you're hearing deep. And you just remember like dwarves and deep gnomes who previously warned against this, of a giant worm-like creature known as the Stone Eater that would burrow deep tunnels beneath the ground. And you just get a very bad feeling that this is probably not something you want to be stuck with between spiders and this thing that eats rocks and makes tunnels and is a huge size, especially if the spiders are already big.
Yeah, let's keep
We
going.
should get moving.
Oh, y'all gonna describe this to the rest of the party, or
Yeah,
y'all just gonna say, "Oh, hey guys, we should probably get moving"? No reason.
We should probably get moving
Well-
because I just remembered, and basically there's a big, large rockworm thing that eats rocks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
and it
Hmm.
makes tunnels. If we don't want to be made into tunnels ourselves, let's keep moving,
Then
shall
let's
we?
get
If
moving.
it only eats rocks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then we're not in trouble because none of us
Well,
are rocks.
It could be territorial, just like that owlbear was,
Oh.
and try to
Could-
tear us to shreds.
Alright,
Could
Well,
All
we
right, that's valid.
could we
Y'all
go
have-
back up the tunnel since I can fly? Could I try to carry people one by one up?
it does not seem like that would be a good idea, given
Okay.
the shakes and the size of that tunnel. That sounds very likely to be a dead end compared to the wide enough to crawl on the roof path you're on.
Okay.
Alright, you see two paths in front of you. The one on the left seems to have some loose rocks or like boulders that are covering it. So it's not like a solid wall. And the other side seems to be more spider web territory. And y'all are
We
in
go
this
right.
little gap right here.
We go to the right.
To the right.
If the spider's built there, that means the other side is unstable and it's going to collapse on us. We go where the spiders lived.
You do make a good point.
Alright.
Exactly.
As y'all go... oh, nope, he's the dead guy.
Yes, let's bring the dead guy over.
Alright, as y'all are going over this way, what's the marching order?
I'll be up front.
I'll be in the middle.
Adrian's somewhere up front.
I'll also go in the middle.
Who's in the back?
Targann will be in the back.
Targann? Alright, Targann. As the others start to go through the spider web, you see the boulders on the left path start to fall apart, and this large worm-like creature, unfortunately my mini for it is not going to do it justice, at least not completely. I believe it's going to be under monstrous. Where are you? You're one of my favorites. Where are you? There it is.
Full worm.
Oh, hey, he's the right size. As this thing pokes its head out through the rocks.
Targan will say to the rest of the group, I suggest we get moving.
Alright, we are going to stop here.
Ah!
We will pick up next time with initiative and skill checks for how well y'all are trying to wade through the webbing. And this is probably a good idea to keep up the tactic of run.